It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hey everybody. I got it. What's going on? Hey everybody. Let me put the chat on the screen. Chat on the screen. Hi y'all. It's so good to see everyone on this good. What is this? Tuesday? Girl. The community is not okay is the title of the video. And I think it was Ashley that asked, what community are we speaking of? Which is a really good question because it is Pride Month. So shout out, happy Pride. Happy Pride. Okay, listen, as the the LB in the mother. Okay, listen, as the LB in the LGBTQ, okay? I love y'all for real. Okay? It's not easy to be yourself in spite of being bullied to be otherwise. It's not. It's always a traumatic story connected to being out, being able to be who you are, but it is so freeing. And that's why pride is important. But it's funny to me though, because it be the most we're gonna get into it, but it's been bitch not just hilarious with the pride. Girl, listen, we're gonna get into a plethora of things, but I just want to start the video off by saying thank y'all for being here. Shout out to Jeremy Speaks TV. Shout out to Jerome, my daddy on my mind. Jeremy, shout out to him. Okay, he talked about me in his YouTube video. I posted him on my community page. Y'all go follow him. But he said some very wonderful things about me, and people had been like coming to me. Y'all, ever so often people come to me and tell me how something I've said has sparked something within them that they go on in the rest of their life making better decisions, and they know it's because of something that I've impressed upon them in some way. I've always like come back to the moment of feeling like the exhilaration of really meaning well and having it actually manifest in such a manner. um I don't know how to express it. It makes me want to cry. But I am very appreciative of this space, of being able to do this, of being able to be light in all of this weird mosh posh dystopian dark shit that we're in right now, and just period in life. I'm happy to give the good parts of myself to people so that they can have it for themselves and then give it to other people. Like I just, it's what I'm about. So that's why it means so much. So I really appreciate it. And I wanted to start off the video by saying that thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, before we get into the thing, and we're about to get into the thing, girl, I need for y'all to head down to Reset by Design Wellness because I'm so excited that we're going on trips, girl. And I just signed up for the couples retreat, which I cannot wait. Okay. I think it's a couples retreat I just signed up for. Yeah. April 21st to 26th of 2026. Okay, luxury villa, because that's how we live. All right. It's probably gonna be what, 7 days or maybe a little bit. No, it's not 7 days. I can't count. I'm not reading it properly. 5 days. But yes, because most of the trips are 7 days, y'all. My bad. But yes, if y'all would like to come and have a good time as couples, y'all should definitely sign up and get into the thing. I cannot wait for me and Lyric to go to this. We love a good, trip, child. We always have our best times when we're on vacation. We had the best time for my birthday. That's usually the case. I don't know, it's something about us when we don't have to worry about life that it reminds us why we like each other. Like, oh, you're so fun. As opposed to how we like to Jones on each other and say, you're no fun. It's a movie reference. Don't worry about it if you don't know it. Okay. But yeah, make sure y'all check out Reset by Design Wellness. Even if you're, not trying to go on the couples retreat, We are going to Tulum. We're going to Emeritus. So it's a lot of stuff going on, girl. The dates are cemented and I am signing up for the trips. So if y'all want to come, go and sign up, girl. All right. All right. Come on, Talia. Girl, the way this is like turning out to be such the girls reunite type of thing. Like wherever we see Diva, like I love it. Like y'all remember how the aunties would like conjoin together for Fresh Prince? Like whenever the sisters would all come together, everybody would do the Diva, and everybody be excited to see each other to the point that Will's in the background. That's what it feels like whenever those of us who like started out on the trips going together, like that's how it feels when we come together. Shout out to my girls, boy. Okay, so y'all definitely try to become part of the clique because it's a ball. It's really a ball. With that being said, I'd like to jump into my show today. Something is wrong with the community, right? And I want to start with some local news. I have like loosely been paying attention to this story. I normally like to stay away from local shit because I live here and I know who lives here with me. Okay. And it's I'm a move around, get around type of girl. So I'm not always about the bullshit when it comes to how my people can be, right? But whenever I get on the internet and talk about something that I specifically understand about the New Orleans girl experience, there's always somebody that wants to get up here and argue that that's not the case. And I want to preface this segment with saying I am well versed and well educated in what has happened to Black people in this country, what has happened to Black people all over the world. But I am well traveled, I am well read. And what I can understand as a person is that you do not internalize the lies that have been told to you about yourself. We can have two understandings at the same time, Black people. One of those understandings is that racism exists. Absolutely. But also, it does not exist to the point that you have no choice. At some point, people are making choices. My dad used to say all the time, I can't stand nigga shit. And when I was younger, I equated being a nigga to being Black. Now that I am older, I understand, and I understood it back then, but I specifically understood it this morning. Okay? Very much in a Jerome manner, I cannot stand nigga shit. And it is because once you get to a certain level of your life, chaos is not the vibe. Chaos is not the mood. That's not what we're thriving for. So once you realize that niggas love chaos, it's not about being Black. It's not about being Black. We have a whole bunch of contradictions going on in this world that we can't help. Like we pronoun the word nigga, but we are not all niggas. We understand this. The way Black people on the internet and in New Orleans or wherever you are have decided to make runaway enslaved people out of runaway criminals, the way y'all have done that, this is why the community is not okay.
Evil is good. Oh, evil. That's what I think. It must be.
That's how y'all look right now. That's how y'all look right now. I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all. Y'all, this is why I love media so much. This is why I love art so much. Because if it's really good art, it will find a way to be relevant.
Evil is good. Oh, evil. That's what I think. It must be.
That's where y'all at with it right now. That's why I say the community is not okay. The way y'all have started to root for the villain, the way y'all do not care about the safety of your own community, that shit, and the way you're indignant about it. You're indignant about not giving a fuck about the safety of your community. To the point These niggas get out of jail, they make it unsafe for everybody. You think somebody running away from the law is not in a desperate survival mode, that they won't pull a gun on you to try to save the police from coming after them? They won't rob you of your car, knock you over your fucking head, and take your money if they see you at the ATM because they on the run? Like, you don't think that these niggas is out here talking about, oh, he at least he not hurting nobody, and he got on, he got on the internet to try to plead his case. The time to plead the case is over. I'm tired of y'all with this shit. The time to plead the case is over. And I really want y'all to understand something. As a woman from New Orleans that grew up around niggas that make being a criminal a career, whatever they said that nigga did that shit. I'm really tired of y'all. I really am. And it's like, because we refuse to see people that are obviously guilty of some shit as innocent, it's like we're also ignoring the times when Black people have been lied on. No, we're not. We can look at the facts of a situation and assess it. That's what a critical thinking shit comes into play. Community. You have got to be able to look at the situation for what it is in its entirety, not the little minuscule things that you want to pick apart so that you can try to fit the narrative that you want to go. Y'all want to act like all these niggas is not out here knocking people over the head and shit. I was listening to a girl live on TikTok last night arguing with some niggas, and the way they want to use Black men like this as a way to imprison women, while at the same time ignoring this behavior, is wild to me. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta save y'all from these niggas, but we also not gonna say nothing to them niggas, and we also not going to apply any pressure for them niggas not to be that way. And if they come out and say they did something, we gonna act like they didn't do it. We're going to act like they didn't do it. We're going to say that they are just a victim of racism. We're going to ignore all of the facts of the situation. We're going to ignore the overall vibe, energy, and attitude of the individual. We're going to ignore all of that because we just want to keep acting like the men aren't doing this shit so that we can keep enslaving y'all with using, oh, we got to protect y'all from them. We're not going to do any real work to dismantle how they abuse y'all. But what would y'all do if us, the good guys, wasn't in between you and the niggas breaking out of prison? I feel like we should just shoot everybody. I'm playing as a joke. Please don't take that seriously. Oh, girl. Listen, I see they trying real hard to act like this Tory Lanez situation is confusion. It's not really confusing at all. There were 2 millionaires in a car and 2 nobodies in the car. One of the millionaires got shot. Why on God's green earth would you think the other millionaire is not the culprit? Especially if the other millionaire has already said the other 2 people in the car that are nobodies didn't do it. Y'all are not, like, everybody's not okay. Everybody's not okay. I really want y'all to be fucking for real, because in my mind, most of the women that believe that he didn't do it, y'all are hating on Megan in some type of way. In some type of way, you now believe that because Megan is free about her sexuality, that she deserves whatever happens to her. So the fact that she got shot, you still see her in some way as a perpetrator, as if she's a white woman lying on a Black man. And I need for y'all to pay attention to the fact that Black women do not have the power as a whole. Black women do not have the power to dismantle rich men like that. Every time we accuse them of something, they usually get away with it. It's not until they do something to a white girl, that's when somebody wants to get involved. That's the only time. But when it's a Black woman that y'all do this shit to, y'all can say the Black woman is lying. Y'all can say she's just, trying to keep a Black man down. But if it was a white woman, y'all would have believed him. If Tory Lanez would have shot a white girl, we would not be having this conversation. And another thing, everybody that want to keep doing this, can y'all explain to me why y'all have not asked for Kelsey to go to jail? Why do y'all only want Megan to go to jail, but you don't want Kelsey to go to jail if Kelsey is the one that you believe actually did it? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's all about your hatred of women, or specifically women like Megan, and which she stands for. That's why it's given concerted effort to diminish the validity of that Black woman's story, and it's being done by who? White people, racist white people that can tap on the heartstrings of ignorant ass Black people using their biases to destroy their own community. Using your biases to destroy your own community. You are no different than the white people that vote Republican, even though it's against their self-interest, that live in these rural areas that are not getting any real access. You are no different from them, Black people. I don't know when y'all gonna realize that. You're no different. It's wild to come to this point. As a kid that grew up in the 90s, Black people, no matter whether they was rich or poor, used to be on one accord when it came to this racial shit. The way some of y'all have let those people infiltrate y'all minds, as long as they can make you hate a Black woman, that shit is insidious. It's wild. And this is the way I feel like those types of stories are happening in our community on a small level. Look at this nigga. Let's listen.
She was trying to help me, right? I'm on a charge for this same woman in St. Tammany and Orleans parishes. All my charges come from this one grown woman right here.
Why you keep saying this one grown woman as if you can't harm a grown woman? It makes me feel like there's some children out there you harmed and you just don't, you're like, you're Freudian slipping, right? Like there are really probably some kids you done did some shit to, but you're going to keep saying grown woman so that people won't feel like that's what you did. It is giving, projection.
All right, this is a legal affidavit from this woman. A legal affidavit, and I kept it. Reason why I left the jail, because these people was trying to give me a life sentence in both parishes for something that the woman said that I did not do. And then plus, look how dirty it is. They went and locked this woman up. Her name is Diamond White. Look on the news. They went and locked this woman up, saying that she was trying to help me. Wherever I this woman, why would she be trying to help me?
Because, right, victims don't do that, right? Victims don't do that, right? So you escape from jail because, and let me tell y'all something. He low-key got me. He low-key got me right then. That's why you got to pay attention to how good New Orleans niggas is at manipulating you. At the end of the day, what I know about men like him, just based on how he looked, yeah, I'm gonna be fucked up like that and judge a book by its cover. I absolutely am. You are violent towards women. You just don't want them to say anything. And the expectation in the community is that you not say anything. So most of y'all are like this, but you never have to be held accountable for it. So you can like get online and act like it doesn't happen. But most of y'all are like violent towards women, period. That's the way y'all are raised as New Orleans men. Like not all, but most, especially ones that look like this, right? When he talked about being held up on the same charges in two parishes, they will do shit like that to you. They absolutely will. They will. But the other part is New Orleans usually deals with career criminals, meaning people that keep coming back over and over and over again. We even have a problem with letting motherfuckers out that keep doing the same shit over and over again. So I'ma then think, so you got caught up on two charges, and one of the places is some way they'll be looking to let y'all niggas back out on the street. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let him continue.
Make that make sense. World, I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Are those the mistakes that ended with you being in jail?
I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young.
Of course. That's always the reason. That's always the reason. That's always the reason. But I want y'all to realize you being young is not a fucking excuse. I'm really tired of that, y'all. You know why? Because I grew up around niggas like this. And when I tell y'all, they are absolutely given different options. Even in New Orleans, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but niggas have different options in New Orleans. New Orleans is definitely a place where you could be a hood dude, and they had programs in place if you wanted to play music, if you wanted to do sports, like if you wanted to be an artist, like people. I know street niggas that have made it out of those situations. They just had to apply themselves to the situation. And yes, everybody does not get the same access, y'all. I'm not negating that. But at some point, I feel like niggas love to use these pitfalls of youth and racism as a way to excuse the fact that in their real life, all they do is manipulate, lie, thief, and take advantage of the people around them.
So she was trying to help. So I'm asking, please, for help. Young boy, Meat Mills, people, LBL, you know what I'm saying? People that been through the system that know it's corrupt. Lil Wayne, Donald Trump, please, I'm asking for help.
That's who you asking for help? And that's another thing. I get it. Hood niggas definitely went to Noka. Thank you. I know, because I went to Noka. I went to Noka. Me and Trombone Shorty grew up together. Like, the fuck? Niggas had choices whether they wanted to, like, believe it or not. And it's some niggas that really wanted to be hood because they thought that shit was what you was supposed to do. Niggas love to be out somewhere giving a vibe that they dangerous. You heard me? And they got that fire, and you know, hoes won't holler for that big long Oscar Mayer and all of that bullshit. Like, stop fronting like that's not the energy. The energy was, I want to do street shit. Yeah, I might see some other options, but that shit lame. I don't want to do that lame shit. I want to be out here in the streets. That's what most of the niggas that end up like him, that was their thought process back then. And at the end of the day, y'all, he can fight that. He could fight. He could have got on social media and had people try to help him through while he was in jail. I don't believe nothing this nigga saying. You know why? Because he a criminal. Main reason. You a criminal and you got tattoos on your face like you was making a concerted effort to scare somebody, right? You wanted niggas to be scared of you, right? That's why you got a tattoo in the middle of your fucking forehead, right? Because you wanted to be dangerous. Now you mad that very image that you perpetrated is being held against you? My nigga, come on.
You know what I'm saying? When I get back in custody, I'm asking y'all please to come and help. You feel what I'm saying? I'm asking the world. I'm letting y'all know I'm not a raper, man. I'm not none of that. None of that. I'm a good person. I am a father that want to be in my children's life. You know what I'm saying? I want to let the younger youth know that going down the route of trying to be a street person is not the route.
Antoine Macy's mother and grandfather tearfully begged he turn himself in. His aunt asked for prayers as he remains on the run, and his sister gets arrested in NOLA jailbreak. He's not a monster. It's not his fault. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna put my people personal business up here, but I'm gonna just tell y'all could keep acting like, every nigga is this story without them having to actually prove it to you. You know what I remember about Malcolm X? Malcolm X had to really change himself inside the jail and in a external way as well as a mental way. It had to show up in the patience. It had to show up in the way he spoke. People that actually change their lives behind bars need to actually show up in that way. And running and trying to get out of jail and then turning around and saying it wasn't me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like it's safer for everybody that you be in jail. That's how I feel. I feel like it's safer for everybody that you be in jail. Because I can't trust you. And you have a history of doing things. And that's another thing y'all don't understand. It's about what's safe for everybody. Not what's good for this one person. What's safe for everybody. What's safe for everybody is that somebody that's accused of assaulting and raping and all of that they should be in jail until we could figure it out. But that they should not be able to be out here with the rest of the world, possibly perpetrating further crimes. Hold up. I'm going to the NOLA.com people so I can see what they say about his case. They need to find him because I don't trust nothing he say. Okay, Massey, who is 32. Is one of 10 inmates that broke out of Orleans Justice Center in May. 8 have been recaptured. Massey and Derek Groves, 27, were the only 2 escapees to remain on the land Monday. Massey had been jailed in March on charges of motor vehicle theft, domestic abuse, battery involving strangulation. So just in March, he went to jail for choking a bitch and stealing somebody's car. Okay. He's also wanted by St. Tammany Parish authorities on suspicion of kidnapping in R. Law enforcement officials said his long criminal history dates back to at least 2009 and includes violent felony convictions of armed robbery, aggravated flight from an officer, and felon in possession of a firearm. He was also sentenced on charges of theft, simple criminal damage to property, and twice on tampering with electronic monitoring equipment. So that means he's standing outside your fucking house disabling your Ring camera so he could steal out your house, bitch. You online talking about free him. Girl, what? This somebody that stole your car out the parking lot, bitch. He got arrested in March. You ain't changed that much since March, my nigga. Macy also has experience on the run. Last month's historic jailbreak marked his 5th escape. If you include his twice cutting off ankle monitors, that's a nigga that's gonna tell y'all anything to get away. Once y'all realize people are not mentally capable of making the right decision, once you understand that, you will stop wanting to give them all of this fucking grace. This is how hoes end up with them niggas on Love After Lockup, banging your head between the washing machine and dryer because he was talking all of that shit to you when he was in jail. Get out, stole your money, stole your car, fucked your home girl, and knocked your fucking teeth out. You screaming outside the courthouse, free him. Y'all hoes need help. The community is not okay. Again, I'm gonna read it one more time for y'all. Last month's historic jailbreak marked his 5th escape, if you include his twice cutting off ankle monitors. In the video, the man disputes the account of jail plumber Sterling Williams, who told police last month that Macy threatened to shank him. Williams is accused of cutting off the water in a first-floor cell to facilitate the 10-inmate escape through a hole behind the toilet that had been ripped from the wall. So it sounds like he the ringleader. Sound like he threatened the plumber, and the plumber cut the water because he threatened to shank him. The inmates then fled through a pipe chase and out the back of loading dock before scaling a fence and running across the interstate. Police reports accompanying the arrest of more than a dozen alleged accomplices suggest Macy and others had sought help in advance. Sterling flat out lied on me, Macy said in a video on Monday. Sure. Williams, a 33-year-old civilian, faces 1 count of malfeasance in office and 10 counts of being principal to simple escape. You get an account for every one of them niggas that got out. Wow. So just so we could backtrack, that nigga used racism. That nigga used being a youth. Okay. He used tagging on heartstrings about how the police departments are corrupt in Louisiana, because he's not lying, because that actually happened to somebody that I love. I've told y'all that story before, but pulling on people's real, and this was somebody that if you actually look at the person I was talking about was not, no, it wasn't criminal history and all of this like this. The older man having a psych situation, not the same situation. This nigga got arrested in March for probably knocking some woman over the damn head and stealing her car. And they think in St. Tammany, they think he out here assaulting them girls. So when he kept saying a grown woman, I wonder what the St. Tammany charges that they trying to get him on are about. But he just used as much manipulation as he possibly could to convince us, the public, that he didn't do it. And all we had to do was go to NOLA.com, which is a reputable news source, and read how this is his 5th attempt escaping jail. And how he has not been in jail for no long ass time, but just like I thought, had been in and out of jail repeatedly since 2009. I know New Orleans, y'all. I'm from here. I'm from here, baby. And what I know is them niggas get out over and over and over again because black people did have the mentality that young black men are kind of being pushed into this system in a way that is unfair. And so they give them opportunities to get out, to do other shit. But you know what the mentality is? Oh, I want fast money. I want instant gratification. And I don't want to hold down a job because I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. So I'm not going to keep no job. Fuck all that. Right? The fuck? Something is wrong with the community because y'all literally in the fucking comments, there's a lot of innocent men incarcerated. Y'all make jokes out of everything. Y'all laughing, but this man is fighting for his freedom. I don't give a fuck how tough a person is. No one wants to be wrongfully convicted. Be careful about laughing because the same thing that makes you laugh will make you cry. Bitch, as a person that actually had somebody call the police on me and lie on me when I was working at a fucking job, stop using that shit to try to scapegoat this bullshit, to try to say it's cool for this man to just be out here running around doing whatever he want to do. Y'all slow as fuck. He's the only one trying to clear his name. No, let's hear him out. Y'all really think y'all matter more than the court system? When I tell y'all that I am so happy that there is some type of law and order, and I think we need to just improve upon it and make it better and put things in place to keep some of these biases from taking place, which is what they try to do all the time. But they don't have the checks and balances in place to keep these niggas in line mentally. Make sure they go and talk to somebody. Make sure that they doing stuff that helps them be better at their job and hold them accountable and stop letting police officers get away with just any old thing because they're a police officer. But at the end of the day, I feel like we absolutely need law and order. Because if we didn't, it'd be a bunch of these niggas running around, knocking everybody over the head. No different than a Tory Lanez. No different than a Chris Brown. At this point, we clocking T, but eventually, Daryl. Yes, New Orleans men have a way of storytelling that's very believable. Yes, we have the gift of gab like no other. And I know this, y'all, because these niggas, I know I'm related to niggas that will run their game down. And you got to just know the truth and not allow them to sway you. You have to just know what the truth is. And the truth is, grown ass 30-something-year-old men that have been in and out of jail since they got out of high school are career criminals that you cannot trust because all they know how to do is scam, manipulate, and get over on people. And when they stop being able to get over on strangers, they're going to try to get over on their family. It's a lot of y'all that don't care because, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, or if it's your family, brother, husband, uncle, cousin, son, y'all feel like you need to defend these people as if they won't turn around and do the same shit to you because y'all love each other and y'all grew up together. No, bitch. No. Niggas that ain't shit gonna be niggas that ain't shit to everybody at some point. If they looking for a way to game every person that they come into contact with on the street, eventually they're going to run out of people on the street to take advantage of, and they're going to turn to the people that love them. That's just how it happened, baby. They don't have, once you have been in this system of gaming people, it's just a way of life. It's just how they move. And no, they don't change. And it takes so much to change. It takes so much work, y'all, and so much time for people to change from being violent and being aggressive and being reckless. They don't even know how to take accountability. Like, has somebody been in the room talking to that nigga and actually asking questions, he probably would have lost his shit. But because he was by himself talking to a camera and nobody was there to disagree, he could make y'all think he was in control of himself and he not this type of dude. All you would probably have to do is disagree with that nigga for a good 2-3 minutes and watch him lose his shit right in front of y'all. It's the, oh yeah, Toya and Regine, when we see what go on with Casey and what, and I told y'all, everybody want to be in a, you know, not everybody, but a lot of y'all want to be in the comments arguing with me and shit like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh yeah. That's why I tell y'all come out here to New Orleans, y'all better be safe with these niggas because they will talk your panties off and have they raggedy ass, hateful, bitter sisters, aunties, mamas, and everybody else lying on their behalf and low-key hating on you. Thank you, S. Brown, for the super chat. Thank you so much, love. The community is not okay. Let's move on. Y'all want to talk about another reason the community is not okay. So I got into it with a man on the internet, well, a few men, because, you know, sometimes I just like to get in y'all ass because y'all dumb. So I just want to be very clear. When it comes to men, what we have learned about men through experience and time, what I've learned is that most men are ruled by their dicks, meaning that it doesn't matter how they might disrespect, talk down on, or pretend as if they don't like a woman, they would still fuck her. And usually the women that they put forth the most effort to hate on are the women that they want to fuck. And what they really hate is when those women's sexuality don't match their self-esteem. A lot of y'all think that because women show their bodies a lot or because they're like sexual, that means they have low self-esteem. That is not always the case. The reason why I say this is because he got on the internet and talked shit about influencers, calling influencers hoes. Back in my day, we called them hoes. As a 50-something-year-old man, for Cameron to be on the internet talking down on, laughing at like a child, making fun of women that he would happily lay down with in private, even though he wants to talk about them like they not shit in public. That's lame, weird, immature ass nigga behavior. It's grimy and it's dangerous. And people think that it's just a game. Cameron's energy is extremely grimy and extremely dangerous. It makes me feel like if he decided that he don't like you for whatever reason, he'll do anything. He'll tell somebody something so that they'll assault you. Y'all remember like on the Players Club? Cameron reminds me of a nigga like Ice Cube and them played on the Players Club. These niggas is dangerous, hating on you because they can't have access to you all the time. And that's what Cameron gives off. So I remember saying in the comments to that original post, it's so lame when men talk badly or talk down on women that they would actually fuck. And the man was like, oh, that I said that they want access to. And the man was arguing with me because he seems to believe that Cam likes the quiet type. Cam likes the type that just stay at home. Cam likes the type that's not on this, on this internet shit. And I'm like, yeah, so he can control them. But do you think if an influencer wanted to fuck him, he would turn her down? You think that? You think in person, if he saw one of these influencer girls that he really can't stand and she offered him some coochie, you think he wouldn't take it? He would take it, slut her out, and then tell everybody about it because he was so excited. And then having sex with her would make him think, now I've dominated you. So now I can go around shitting on you and feeling great about myself because the woman that I actually was mad about not possibly having access to gave me access. They're lames. They're lames. Nothing about this is player. Nothing about this is masculine. It's literally simp, bitch ass nigga behavior. The original, the real meaning of what simp is, and not what you niggas have now done, like what the white people did to the word woke. A simp is not a man that will do anything for a woman. A simp is a man that will do anything for another man. That's a simp. A simp is a nigga that will front on a woman and act like he's not attracted to her for the validation of another man. And then when that man isn't around, try to fuck that same woman he played out. That's a simp. Y'all are very confused. Cam's a fucking simp.
How was that though?
I mean, bro.
Look, this is Cameron asking the Punisher, which is one of the sex workers that Cassie and Diddy had their freak-offs with. This is what he's asking about that very serious situation. This is how you know they don't think about women as human beings. Do you know how creepy, grimy, disgusting, nasty, unsafe, and fucked up you have to be to have this type of conversation? Like a teenage boy, a teenage boy you have to worry about drugging you at a party. That is what Cameron is giving me. I'm gonna let him finish.
Even if it was fire.
Bro, was the pretty good family? Let's stop the political shit. We was Harlem time, my nigga. You 39th Street on 40th was the how was that my nigga?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
So this is how I imagine most niggas, especially street niggas, think, like Cameron right here. So you want me to believe if Cameron and the nigga who tried to escape jail have the same mentality, it's in different languages, same mentality. You want me to believe he didn't really do what that lady said he did? When this is how they talk and this is how they think, the community is not okay.
Man, I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like I got a dude pacing back and forth, right, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peripherals, my spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it says something about the men. I think it says something about the men like Cam, who like to run trains on women and like to like have sex with another nigga in a room so that y'all could be sneaking eyes while y'all fucking a woman and all of that. Like you and Mace, right? Didn't you and Mace like to go and toss girls up down to the whorehouse? Ain't that what y'all was laughing about on the internet? Was y'all looking in each other's eyes while y'all was running the train on the girl? That physically, what I just said, that is mentally and emotionally what niggas do on the internet when they gang up on women in comments. That's why I say y'all are masturbating over y'all's hate of women, because y'all are literally like assaulting the woman, one in the front door, one in the back door, and then looking lovingly at each other in each other's eyes. Something is fucking wrong with y'all.
Especially when I found out it was Puff. When I found out it was Puff, it got all the way worse, because if you grew up in Harlem, if you grew up in that era, I can't validate it, but everybody knows there's rumors, right? There's rumors that he could be, you know, interested in dudes. So the whole...
Okay, hold up. Cameron is not a real street nigga. Some street niggas live by a code. These new age niggas is weird. We're going to have to talk about this, but I need for y'all to understand there is no such place. There's no such thing as a street code. And the reason why I say that is because it doesn't matter in what environment you are in, you have to worry about people being snakes in that environment. And it just so happens that it is more accepted in, you know, in the black market, the streets, so to speak, in the illegalities, because people can take advantage and exploit the fact that things are happening without everybody's eyes on it, right? We're gonna get to that. I'm glad you said that though, because I'm gonna let him finish, and then we're gonna get to the next one.
Whole time I'm semi-paranoid. Like I wrote in my book, bro, for real. I got a hearing problem.
Right.
And sometimes when he would give her directions, I would hear like something completely different. Like he'll say, yo, I like the position you in, and I'm like, yo, did he just say I wish I could penetrate him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look how they laughing about this. This man is telling y'all that he was scared that nigga was gonna rape him. I hate to use the language. Make sure y'all super chat a bitch. Thank you. Okay, cash at me. All right. But basically, this man is saying I was scared that he was going to assault me, and they're laughing about it. This is why I said I need for us at some point to stop trying to make everything funny, because you making it funny means we're now taking it less seriously. And then it turns into this thing where this very unfunny, horrible, terrible thing is being laughed at. And then y'all wonder why I say we are living in a dystopian, timeline. Okay? They laughing about it. Like what? Let me run it again.
Evil is good. That's what I think.
That's what this is giving to me.
Like, I'm hearing, like, yo, hold up, wait, what did you just say? Like,
so basically, you never could get comfortable because. So let's just be clear and get the elephant out the room for the audience. You're not gay? You're saying?
Absolutely not, bro.
Right, nigga. How was that though?
It's not funny. It's lame. It's whack as fuck. And it just showcases niggas not being smart enough. Niggas not being smart enough to not showcase how terrible they are, right? And that's what I've started to notice, that niggas like Cam and them, they don't care. But for people that are paying attention, we can see you, nigga. You're not hiding how fucked up you are from us. I hope you know that. He's his character from Paid in Full. He's absolutely his character from Paid in Full. Please understand that. That's not one of them times where we were superimposing the role onto the person. Nah, Cameron played his motherfucking self. He's that snake ass nigga that's gonna smile in your face and then snake you and all of that. That's him. You can't tell me no different. The way he handled Juju should have let you know that. I really want to know what the situation was, because how you ended up with him.
He has a temper, and he's known for that. And people are in fear because of his temper. But street guys don't fear him because they know he's never been in the street. He was a kid, went to Catholic school, and then he was bullied. He tried to join up with some little gang in New York, I think Harlem, that weren't even engaging in crime. And his father, who was killed, was a big gangster in New York. And from my understanding, his mother, she wasn't nothing to play with, and she was associated with his friends from the past. Like I'm associated with my friend gangsters from the past. Right. And so there was a sense of fear in New York that the folks that were close to there was one in particular who was close to his dad, and everybody feared. Everybody feared in the nation. And so some say that that's why he felt such the liberty of being a tough guy.
Okay. So I wanted to have this conversation because I thought this was very interesting, the way people are not, and it was the same thing as the earlier comment, right? About how street dudes have a code of ethics or something, or the street dudes have more integrity. Please fucking stop. Please fucking stop. Okay? I do think, and this is a fairy tale that's been told, but there are some men that did fit this prototype, but it's still a fairy tale. Because this is what y'all forget. In every era of Black men being a better version of themselves, there's still a woman that they're abusing in the process. I saw people bringing up the Black Panther Party. Yeah, them niggas was doing the right thing when it came to their after school programs, feeding the community and all of that type of shit. They had the right idea, but guess what they also did? Assaulted the women of the community, ran off when shit got hot, left Afeni Shakur to deal on her own after she got all them niggas out of jail. Like y'all give way too much credit once niggas have turned out to not have no integrity about the shit they talking about, right? Being a street dude at, how old is Diddy? 50 something years old is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. We can have the conversation about how Diddy absolutely co-opted MC Hammer's whole steed. If y'all was paying attention to MC Hammer was your shiny dancing rapper that actually had legitimate street cred, because he actually was a part of a gang, would walk around with all of the gang members, would take care of people financially. He showed up like the real, like the good-hearted street nigga that shows up with the turkeys and all of that, right? That y'all didn't know that. A lot of y'all didn't know that, but that's who MC Hammer was. I believe that Puffy is somebody that knows how to usurp other people's vibes and images. He'll take it and then create his own version of it in some type of exploitive manner where it's not really real, but he's able to portray that image. But here's the thing, and this is what everybody needs to learn. The life you create for yourself is the life you create for yourself. He wasn't a street nigga, but does it matter when the streets dry up and he's the one who has the drugs? He's the one that has the women, and he don't have to be down there on a corner or in a fucking project to do it? He can be in a mansion. He can be in a penthouse apartment. He can be on a beach on Star Island, some fucking where, and be the same nigga that is pimping out women and selling drugs in the hood. The exact same nigga. It doesn't matter if he wasn't really in the street. He brought the street to wherever he was. He brought the street to wherever he was. And that's when Black people have to start separating themselves from, yes, the things that we do that are great about us, even in fucked up situations, but having to be real about the fact that it's still a fucked up situation. Still a fucked up situation. How y'all gonna act like somebody didn't grow up in the street when they daddy was a drug dealer and their mama was a madam? So because the mama and everybody had the power to protect him from getting involved in street shit and to send him to a private school so he can be smart, and he goes to college and all of that, but he's still doing the parties. He still knows who all of the players are. The basketball game where all of them niggas ended up getting, killed and all of that. Like, come on, bro. In the 90s, what we saw was bringing street and entertainment together. That's what we saw. So at some point, I'm gonna need for y'all to stop trying to separate the two, like as if that means he's less scary. That's why I don't like when people keep saying, oh, he's just a freak. He's just a freak. He's not just a freak. He's a tyrant and an egomaniac and a narcissist and an evil human being. And it wasn't just done to the women. It was done to the artists, the men that he employed. None of them people are really doing as good as they could have been if they had not had their talent usurped by him. He didn't do right by none of them people. He didn't do right by security. He didn't do right by the assistants. He didn't do right by the artists. He didn't do right by his women. He didn't do right by his children. But y'all think because he has money that he's doing right by people, not realizing that it's only an extension of himself. When you allow people to go away from you and live their lives, that's you really caring about them and taking care of them and loving them. But when you got to keep everybody so close to you as to make your fucking daughters sit through hearing how you brutalized a woman that really ain't that much different from them. She's not that much different from them. They will eventually be a Cassie if they get caught up with a nigga like they daddy. And the odds of them getting caught up with a nigga like they daddy is extremely high because of the world that they are already in. And yes, entertainment has always been an easy way to clean money. And Black people aren't the only ones to utilize that. What do you think the Italians in the mob, the other people in the entertainment, everybody that has had to earn their whiteness in this country has done so through illegalities and some type of legal business that they can clean their illegal money through. The Irish, the Italians, the Jewish people, everybody has earned their whiteness. And the only people that can't earn it is us. Because guess what? We not white, but we can get money. You can get money, and money, especially if you're a man, will put you right up close to the white men. If you got money and fame, as we've seen, the community is not okay. Let's keep going. This.
Wake up, bitch, it's the morning pride. Grab your rainbows and go outside. Hey, pride. Let's get it. Wake up, bitch, it's the morning pride.
You didn't even do it right. I want to know when Jess Hilarious is going to deal with the fact that she is gay. I'm going to tell y'all, one of the reasons why I actually started liking Jess when she first came out, not just because I thought Jess with the Mess was hilarious and the faces that she would make and the sarcasm and shit, but also because I thought she was a lesbian. I thought she was one of the girls. I thought she was one of the kids. And please don't get me wrong. The lesbians and the gays can be very transphobic because we can all just not be in the level that we need to be at yet in this shit. I'm glad I saw the girls, listen, when I first got over there on TikTok, the lesbians was being very heteronormative, very biphobic over there. Very ill. You let men touch you. You know what I'm saying? They was over there doing that. Now they having conversations about the biphobia that's happening in the lesbian community over there. I was like, yeah, I'm glad. Because what the fuck? We supposed to be free over here, and y'all mad that the free section is not fitting into its section? Man, get the fuck out of here. I've always thought that Jess was one of those women that really like women. There, you know, y'all be acting like it's just the men that be DL and miserable. And that's another thing. Somebody in the comments of that last video was talking about how they don't think that Kaya, they feel like Kaya is very happy with her life. That's how you think happy people show up? That's how you think happy people show up? Let me tell you something. Happy hoes ain't hating. Happy hoes ain't hating, y'all. And hating hoes ain't happy. I don't know when y'all missed that. But Kaya is not happy. Kaya has been given bitter the entire time. Like, I'm a passionate person, but I also like have a level of empathy and like a line of which I will not go, right? It's because I'm actually a happy person. Like, I like myself. So I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated, right? For the most part. I'm not perfect or anything. I'm fucked up too. But I hope that it's never come off like that. Girl, Kaya never seemed happy. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I know. Listen. Kaya absolutely gives. Girl, where's that? Hold up. What Yo, hold up. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for y'all because this didn't. Where? Hold up. How do you spell it? Damn, how is Niecy Nash name spelled? Let me just put Nash in and see if it come up. There we go. I couldn't remember how to spell Niecy. Okay, girl. Where first of all, when I tell y'all, if there has never before been a clique that I would love to be a part of, it's these hoes clique. Okay, this clique right here. But happy Pride, everybody. But this is what y'all be giving. The Kayas, the just hilariouses. This is what y'all be giving.
So you just gonna let Javion go out the house with this skirt on? The boy got on a whole skirt and his ass is out. You know what? To each his own. Let me tell you something. I understand this Pride Month and all this and that, but it ain't never been my thing. I mean, never. Curlin, don't do that. Don't do that, Curlin. That was so long ago. We was kids. And that girl was a stud. She looked just like a man. But them studs, though. But that ain't the point. The point is, after all this time, that should have fell off for me. Like bad credit, huh? Well, that only last 7 years, and that was way longer than that. God know my heart.
Child, this how they be though. This is literally how they be. It is how the judgment is set up, right? That you can have all of this judgment for somebody else. Meanwhile, you didn't kitty clicked, okay? You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You didn't did something, bitch. You didn't suck the titty. You didn't did something. Or you want to? Or then I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite type of sexual entertainment? Is it mostly women? Oh, okay. Gayness got deleted. That she says, "Oh, that fell off me by now." Listen, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. But all I'm saying is, happy Pride, and happy hoes ain't hating, and hating hoes ain't happy. Or hating hoes is. Well, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. Fuck out of here, okay? The community is not okay. Okay, so let's get to where do I want to go? Where are I gonna go? Because there's been so much stuff that's been going on. Y'all want to talk about DDG, CD's Masterpiece, Charlie's Angels? We can talk about him. So this is not the first. Hold up. So first of all, the way y'all be on the internet defending Daryl is so funny to me. Okay, it's so funny because it's like y'all can't see it. Like something wrong with Daryl. Daryl's a psycho. Like I told y'all, Daryl was a sociopath, and I think he is. Like, look at his face. Run, nigga, run. All right. I don't like that jumping.
Everybody come down. Real quick. One picture real quick. Come on, check it. Can I get you the picture real quick? Yes, sir. Hey, get up on that. We're walking night for this. Hold this real quick. Somebody hold this. It takes hold this. What you say? What we got going? What you say? Doodle garbage. Like that.
Doo-doo garbage. They call that nigga doo-doo garbage, and he wanted to go have his minions fight on his behalf about it. Oh, wow. And everybody's in the comments like...
No recording.
He comes up to me and say doodle garbage.
Is that what?
Nobody comes up to me in real life and say doodle. If a fan came up to me on some doodle garbage shit, bro, I'ma hold that nigga so goddamn bad, bro. Niggas know better.
I hate niggas like him. Because he talking all of that shit, and it's only because you got a whole bunch of other weak ass niggas around you that's waiting for you to pay some shit. You ain't no different than a nigga like Diddy that's walking around with security so that you could hit people without them hitting your ass back. Jocelyn Hernandez, there's a whole bunch of you bully ass bitch ass motherfuckers that, Jocelyn is a woman, so she is more credible. She will fight you on her own, but they do love to jump people. Like, there's something that they get off on, having other people to be able to fight their battles for them while still being able to act like they have garnered the same fear, right? Like, it used to be, if you can't fight, then you can't like sit up there and talk that shit like that, right? No, like, somebody else is fighting for you. You're not actually fighting. So why you feel like you can, yeah, nigga, like that's what it's giving. It's weak as fuck. It's lame as fuck too. And it's childish and stupid. So then when we get here,
hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all probably saw me at DreamCon earlier across y'all phone screens getting assaulted by DDG, his brother, man, one of his friends or something like that. I want to just go ahead and come out here to tell y'all how that whole thing started. So boom, I'm standing there, me and my boy.
You ain't got to run it, sir. I already saw it, but I know you're going to tell us that you're going to sue him, right? He said he wants to sue him, and he should. You assaulted him in the middle of it. First of all, you walked up to him with you and your bodyguards, like, y'all about to have a fucking dance off or some shit like that. Gonna be starting something looking ass, okay? And then the man is a grown ass man, and if he was really dealing with you, probably would have whooped your fucking ass, which is why he said exactly what he said again. And it's childish, to call you doodle garbage, but nigga, you'll be okay, doodle garbage. Like, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. And then you attack him, have your people attack him. He sues you. And now everybody in the comments acting like he the problem, the man that's suing him. Like, I hate new niggas. Provoke a man while he down. Then you get popped in the face. Now you want to run the court. But if you don't find a job, bitch, I could have a job and still sue your pussy ass for assaulting me because that's illegal. And I could sue you for it. That's why you don't go around just hitting people, because you can get sued. That's why. Look, let me show y'all. As we grow up, right? I know a lot of y'all are like in y'all 20s and early 30s, the people that be saying stupid shit like this. So as you get older and you get out into the world and you making your money and living your life, like, the last thing you want is somebody feeling like they can just haul off and knock you over the fucking head, take your shit, like, after you've worked so hard for it, right? So you start to have the mentality of, if you're somebody that's going around knocking folks over the fucking head because you and your feelings, you're unsafe for everybody. You're the problem. Because we need to be able to control our emotions in this society so that we don't keep being a hindrance to everybody else around us, right? That's how that's supposed to be happening. But for a lot of y'all, if y'all like somebody, it's like all of that elementary ass shit I just said goes completely out of the window. And now you're antagonizing or provoking a man while he down. Provoking a man while he down. He didn't get beat up that much. And then y'all have taken the attitude of, oh, that's what y'all get for pranking people. And my feeling is, doesn't DDG prank people? Isn't that what he does? His whole fucking life is him pranking y'all so y'all can give a fuck about what he got going on and pay attention to him. Even us talking to him right now. And I want you to know the only reason I'm talking about him is because he is Halle Bailey's baby daddy. That's the only reason I'm talking about him. Okay, is because he is Halle Bailey's baby daddy, and he is now leaving a footprint of violence in his wake. Just after India Love and the other girl that Cook was down to the Kai Cenat University, and they got their asses on the internet to give a public service announcement on his behalf that he's a good guy. He a snake, but he a good guy. Girl, if you don't understand how those two comments are contradictory, I don't know what to say. Girl, I don't know what to say. But it's absolutely giving Chris Brown. It's giving Chris Brown. I'm going to just keep having all of these little incidents of violence, showcasing how immature, reckless, and out of control I am. But because I have a little bit of money, I am going to be able to buy my way out of these situations over and over again. So why would I ever stop bullying people, knocking people over the fucking head, chipping bitches' teeth and stuff? Why would I ever stop doing that when all I got to do is pay? He literally is following Chris Brown's footsteps. You get into a DV with a just as or more famous woman, which is the only time we can actually clock you for how fucked up you are, right? That's what everybody thinks. But you repeatedly go and showcase who you are over and over and over again. This is what? The third situation so far? I'm just clocking, that's all. Because, I know y'all need us to have 10 years of evidence on a nigga, and y'all still won't believe he violent. Girl, we can be able to go all the way to 2009 on a 30-year-old fucking man, and y'all gonna act like, girl, he's changing. The community is not okay. I feel like you should get sued. That's how I feel. If you feel like you could just be out here using, you know what I'm saying, just using your security guards to beat people up, girl, yeah. Let's see. What else we want to do? Oh, it's so much to talk about. I want y'all to know how I'm ignoring the white people that are defending Tory Lanez. Like, y'all taking a grenade and throwing it into the black community and then walking away is y'all way. That's what y'all like to do. So I'm not going to engage with y'all with that. The Chris Lees and any other ignorant ass person that knows nothing about this wants to talk about inconsistencies and all of that shit. Like, okay, fine. I told y'all. Tory shot Meg, the end. But let's move on to Cardi B. Because as much as Cardi B, like this is that duality and that lack of accountability we be talking about, right? Because you just went through all of this shit with Offset, and now you about to string yourself into another situation where a nigga is gonna eventually humiliate you. And it's just weird. Because I feel like he looked like he gonna humiliate you at some point. Like it's just bound to happen. Like it's just bound to happen that Stefan Diggs is gonna humiliate her at some point. So instead of just living her life on the low, you know what I'm saying? And saying, oh, we just having fun. She my man, and the fuck out of Stefan Diggs. And I'm just like, oh my God, girl. Why you always swimming down there for dick juice?
Man's be telling me, yo, stop doing that. You're like a fucking clown when you do that shit. Why are you putting your business out there? Fine. But when you give niggas grace like you don't appreciate it. And now you're trying to dirt me. And then when I don't be with my kids, where I be at, Offset? Where I'm at? I'm in Atlanta right now working. And when I fly out on the weekends, I fly out to my house in New York. And I spend times with my kids and I spend time with my man. I be with a nigga for once a week, 2 times a week. It gets to the point that my man goes see me because I don't got time to go see him. He makes time for me because he know I'm busting my ass because he know how much this new era for me, my tour and my album means so much to me. But you don't like that. Stop fucking calling me. Where to? My man's be telling me, yo, stop doing that. You're like a fucking clown when you do that shit. Why are you putting your business out there? Fine. But when you give niggas grace like you.
So he called you a clown. He calls you a clown. I don't know. I just feel like, nigga, don't be talking to me like that. I don't know. Like, you need to find a better way to talk to me, because that's not gonna work right there. Calling me no goddamn clown. I mean, it is clown behavior. Hold up, y'all. I'm scrolling because I'm trying to find when they was on that boat this weekend. They was on the boat together and they was slapping ass, and we couldn't even see Cardi because some other bitches was on top of her. Hold up, y'all. Let me try to find it. I'm looking. It's been so much salacious news goings on in the streets, girl. Oh, while I'm looking for it, we could take a quick little break while I'm looking for it, and y'all could like the video and help a sister out and all of that. Thank you.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay. So, what the fuck is this, y'all? Y'all, what's that? What's that, y'all? Why are we recording it? Let me see if I can slide down, because I was trying to find that video of them being on a boat with all of them women, right? Ugh. But this is him and what appears to be pink cocaine. Okay, yeah, this appears to be Tucci. Okay, and somebody was recording, and I believe that Cardi was here for this, right? I believe Cardi was here for this because her and Stefan were together. Offset. I'll pack today. I pack. Child, nobody cares. Once you ask that lady for money, nobody cares, sir. But look, she had to let us know, that's her man, girl. And we love that for you. Have a good time. Have so much fun with that. But the lesson should have been to enjoy the man, have a good time, but don't get so wrapped up that you start claiming him or putting him ahead of yourself. Like, just chill out, bitch. Just have a good time. Chill out, But because she wants to make Offset jealous, I think she's rushing to make this relationship public. Because you want to be somewhere upset and Offset, right? And Stefan's a nice looking man. They've all said terrible, like his sports team has all said that they would never want their sister to be with Stefan Diggs. So it's just, you know, the men around you are telling you the nigga ain't shit. He's giving creep vibes. Like, I'm gonna just tell y'all, he's giving creep vibes. Like, it is giving I'm nice and sweet until I'm not. That's what it's giving. It's giving I'm nice and sweet until I'm not. Right? But it's giving he's probably a good lay. He's probably a really good lay. That's what I would think by looking at him. Okay. Set a pussy up, huh? Good times, girl. But sometimes you can just have fun. Have fun without always feeling the need to put these niggas on Front Street. Because at some point they might hurt your feelings. Like, do you hate the fact that you put Offset name in so many songs? Like, do you hate that you have to perform those songs from when you liked him? Listen, I'm a party girl. I like to have a good time. I do. But I also like to protect myself as a woman. And I just kind of feel like Cardi be out here like screaming and hollering into the phone about Offset. What you're really mad about is all of the concessions that you made for Offset. What you're really upset about is how much you endured to make him feel better about himself, all for him to turn around and spit in your face. Basically, you dishonored yourself repeatedly over this man. And so the lesson is supposed to be for you to move forward, not dishonoring yourself for a man. And Stefan could be a great guy, y'all. I don't know him. But when I look at him, I know that there's no way he's not going to be moving in a certain capacity. You're a nice looking man. You're a sports player, right? You're a sports player. That to me gives ego. That to me gives, I can always find new cooch. Like it gives a certain level of when I'm done with this, I might treat you like shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't be like out here making these internal sacrifices and sacrificing your own self for these relationships. Like, girl, I'm gonna go back to that clip. Where's that clip, girl? I'm gonna play that clip one more time. And I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna do a members only this evening.
Is your relationship with your...
It's not the clip. That's not the clip. Hold up. That's not the clip. I be saving so much stuff, but girl, that's not the clip. This the clip.
Sometimes celibacy is like the Band-Aid fix that people think is going to solve everything. If I just don't get penetrated by somebody, then I'm no longer going to have the same people-pleasing tendencies.
Yeah.
It's not just about the sex. It's about betraying myself to get closer to someone else.
Oh, yes. Across the board. That's the lesson. That is exactly it. That sentence, betraying myself to get closer to somebody else, no matter what that means.
That. And so we don't know because we're not in your life. But based on your pattern of behavior, it's given you might be doing that again. So at the same time as you on the phone screaming about how Offset ain't shit, you, my man, bigging the fuck up the other dude. While he telling you that you look like a clown on the internet screaming and hollering about your baby daddy. Okay, girl. Have fun. Have fun, Cardi. But the community is not okay. The community is not okay. The community is not okay. It's not. It's really, really not. Let's see what else is going on that I want to actually talk about. Did y'all see?
Do you take this woman to be your wife, to love and cherish in good times and bad from this day forward?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Lakeith looks like a nutty buddy right here.
Do you take this man to be your husband, to love and cherish in good times and bad from this day forward?
I do.
When you ain't right, I go left with you.
The hard part isn't losing you. It's losing the version of me I left behind.
Come on, Niecy. I hear that voice.
But now there's nothing else left to do.
The visuals. Style.
But friends are greedy things.
So much.
Do you take
the
this
body? can't wait to see it, and I wonder how it is going to draw parallels to her marriage. Speaking of Lakeith Stansfield, I guess we can actually go back to that other clip. Here.
Is your relationship with your daughter's dad and the sexual relationship there one that you would want to tell her about?
No. Sure. This was the part that made me nervous about coming on. I think because that relationship was my last relationship and my biggest and my longest, and because of the nature of it, there's only so much I can say without it being complete salacious tea.
Right.
But yeah, I loved him. So I definitely would want her to know that.
Yes.
Yeah, that I loved him. And I would want her to know that don't ever love anyone more than you love yourself. And don't betray yourself for the love or acceptance or company, or don't betray yourself to keep someone in your life, or to, try to have them there. They're going to be who they're going to be, and you be who you're going to be. So yeah, I think there's parts of it that I think I could tell her about. But yeah, we loved each other a lot, and it was passionate, and there was chemistry, and we had so much fun. Yeah, and I think that will be about all I would tell her.
Yeah, I want to go watch this in its entirety. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Like, is it Asha Rockmore? It's an X, so I'm not sure how to pronounce that beginning, but I'm gonna say Asha Rockmore. But she's on Forever. And I just think that implies a lot about her relationship with Lakeith. Lakeith seems like one of those passionate types that would exhaust you with their isms. Whatever their isms are, they would exhaust you. You know what I'm saying? Is it Zoya? Zoisha? Zosha? Okay, listen. I'm gonna have to watch it so I can hear her name be said so that I'll know. But yeah, y'all. Oh, girl. I'm gonna go watch that whole interview. We're gonna come back. The community is not okay.
So happy that I didn't leave him, because I would never find what I have with him in anybody else. And it's gotten so much better. It's like a whole different ball game. And it's like, I always think about it like, damn, if I would have left, I'd be missing out on this. Everybody talks about how smart I am. She knows a lot for her age. If I'm so intelligent, why would you think I would put myself in a situation like this? Like, I believe that people deserve chances because things happen. Mistakes are made. A lot of girls, you cheat on them one time, they're gone. I've never been that type of girl.
What do you want, a cookie or something? Like, the fact that you're trying to be more appeasing to the pitfalls of a man, like a man's shortcomings. You're trying to make up for his shortcomings. So if he's a cheater, you have to be okay with it and stay as if that's the good thing to do. And then talking about you smart, why would people think I will put myself? Girl, are you okay? Are you okay? There are a whole bunch of women who are extremely smart, but because of the way they are socialized to seek and thirst for dick, being smart goes completely out of the fucking window. And in all honesty, some of the most book smart women make some of the worst decisions when it comes to men.
You know, it might be a thing for a couple months. It might be a thing for a couple days. It might be a thing for as long as you can take it. If that person doesn't understand how much y'all love each other enough to...
So the abuse is repeated and lasts a couple of days, a couple of weeks. And when people tell you you should leave, they're just not understanding what. See, this is the thing. You not knowing what the fuck you're talking about, you having a lack of understanding and experience on life, being raised in an abusive household and then socialized to receive abuse and make excuses for it. You think you can come to us and tell us something as if what you're saying is smart, like we're missing it. We're not missing shit, bitch. Everybody's seen your relationship over and over again.
Stop, then that's when you leave. My mother has done unspeakable things to me. You know what people say? Even online. That's your mom. Why don't people say that's your man?
They do say that's your man, girl. When she said this, I was like, what world do you live in? You must not live in black people's world. Or, oh, no. I know what it is. You're a white girl that is co-opting black culture, right? And so your experience in our culture is nobody ever says, you know, your man, like stick with your man, but they do. That's how you know you're not really in our community, because white people will tell white girls, don't you stay with no nigga that's beating your ass. Even if they want to be okay with interracial relationship, they're gonna tell that white girl, don't you ever be okay with no nigga putting his hands on you. That's what the white people teach the white girls. That's why she thinks that. Because anybody that grew up as a black girl in our community, it is always my man, my man, my man, my man. Where's Lotto? We're gonna get to her in a second.
But just because I had a black eye once and he cheated on me means I should leave him forever and break up a family?
Girl, yes. It's not a fucking family. It's not. It's two people who had a child together. Y'all are not a family. This is why DNA should not matter that much. This is why DNA should not matter that much, because it really makes y'all put some special, deep, profound meaning on having the same DNA as somebody, when really that don't mean a fucking thing. People can have your DNA and still treat you like shit. Do some of the worst things in the world of their own blood. What are you talking about? No fucking family. He punched you in the face and you're up here trying to talk yourself into staying in a relationship and then saying it to us as if this is something that should be disseminated on younger girls or even women that are your age. This is a dangerous rhetoric for you to get on anybody's stage and say. And you could tell we are in such an ignorant time frame where there's nobody around to say, young girl, you're wrong. Where are the audience members? This is why I miss old school TV show, like old school, midday talk shows. I miss the talk shows, girl. The talk shows. Yes, thank you so much. Little girl, I don't know what you think, but any man that would ever put his hands on you is not a good man, girl. He's not gonna change. The reason why you going through it ever so often and it's stopping and it starts again is because it's a cycle of abuse. That's why people say it's a cycle of abuse. He's never gonna stop knocking your head between the washing machine and dryer, because all you do is forgive. And maybe when you grow up and step your cookies up, get some knowledge about yourself, maybe you'll understand that men work just like children. You can't let them get away with shit and think that they're gonna change. That's not how they work. I want to be the black lady in the audience that takes the mic away from whoever was holding it and just completely goes off, and then the whole crowd is screaming, Jerry, like, okay. I'm tired of y'all with who is the person in the room that knows that this is bullshit, that knows that this is Stockholm syndrome, that knows that this is somebody that is obviously in a cycle of abuse and should not have a microphone to be speaking this shit out loud to people as if she has some understanding that everybody else doesn't have, without anybody saying, young girl, you're wrong. You're wrong. I know you're not ready to hear it yet, but you're wrong. They don't change. Once they punching you in the fucking face, they not changing until they too old to punch you in the face. And let's see how much pretty face you got left after all of that. Get out of here with that. When I tell y'all people ain't shit, believe me. When I tell y'all people ain't shit, believe me. Y'all remember when we was talking about Diddy, like maybe a week ago? And maybe a week or two when we first started talking about it. Remember when I told y'all how Lauren LaRosa was pissing me off? And I played her clip outside the courthouse. And I also played this man's clip outside the courthouse. And I said in that live, I feel like somebody must have got y'all together and gave y'all the same rhetoric to use. Outside the courthouse, somebody on Diddy's team must have been telling y'all something and y'all don't know any better, or y'all are being paid. Either way, y'all are disseminating a skewed view of the facts, and now everybody and their fucking mama is repeating, it's not a RICO, it's not a RICO. And you could tell that this is y'all being like a brainwash mechanism that y'all are going through when y'all say that shit, because nobody ever said that when they were charging R. Kelly on a RICO. Nobody ever said it's not a RICO when it came to R. Kelly, because that's what R. Kelly went to jail for. But I told y'all that man wasn't to be trusted.
Where's this white man at? Hey, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. So what happened?
What you want to tell me? What
I'm not
happened?
the one who started the rumor. People told me.
Who started the rumor?
I don't remember who it was.
But you got a platform with how many millions of people?
Not millions. I got a 500,000 followers.
You got a 500,000 followers.
They told me that you got into an altercation. But you that was it. I know. I didn't see you. I was trying to ask you.
1 second. You literally went live and said I was harassing Gene,
No,
right?
I didn't go live.
You uploaded a video and said that I was harassing Gene.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, verbatim.
I uploaded.
Why did you make all of these people believe that I got beat up and I got drugged and knocked out? You heard it, but I'm here. You could have asked me. You didn't ask me. You created that for clout, clicks, and views. The same way you said that Jay-Z and Diddy came to your house for clout, clicks, and views because you stay in black people's business. Diddy don't want to fuck you. Why is you here?
Hold on. You're saying.
And you broke because you live in New Jersey. You can't even afford to be over here on TikTok. Why is you creating rumors about black people though? Why is you in black people's business?
That's the question that y'all need to be asking everybody that's defending Tory Lanez, every white person that's defending Diddy. Y'all need to be asking them, why are y'all in black people's business? Why are y'all over here trying to let the animals out the fucking cage on our community? Huh?
Black people took that, shared it on the blog.
The video is
Black
on
people
my...
took it, shared it on the blog, and everybody had a field day with your lies last night.
Listen to me. The video of Rock Nation investigators who came
Fuck
to my
that.
house.
We know you lied. I believe you lied, and I do believe you got you a package. You got you a promotional marketing package on TikTok to become somebody, and now you here wishing Diddy would smell your pussy. That's what I get.
I wish Diddy would smell my pussy?
Yeah, that's what that's what it's giving. Because you was a problematic little short-ass white man spreading lies around with them baby gals. Look at your shoes.
You started our whole
Look at them with the public defender shoes. And I told you, if you played with me, you was going to get drugged for filth. And this is the start. You're going to get drugged every day. And I want to see you red like a lobster for playing with me. In New Jersey.
People are lying about what happened that day between Gene Deal and the YouTuber Donette. I wasn't going to make a video, but now that the lies have been spreading, I need to come clean. I was the only eyewitness in that elevator when the fight broke out between Gene Deal and Donette. Me and that lady that said that she was Asian. That was it. Now I'm hearing that there's some guy named Charlie pretending he was an eyewitness. No, he wasn't. This is what happened. I was in the elevator with Gene Deal and this woman. We go downstairs. We get out of the elevator. All of a sudden, Donette, the YouTuber, walks up. He confronts Gene Deal. Gene Deal all of a sudden takes his hand, puts it on Donette's chain, and shoves him. Now, people are saying that Gene knocked him out. That did not happen. He just like kind of did one of these.
He mushed him.
For a second. Then I'm standing there thinking, oh shit, well, this is getting a little wild. Security starts looking at me like, and I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should. People are lying. Yeah, maybe you should come on over here, I guess. They waited like 5 minutes. Like, do I look like security? They thought I could handle it. Now, someone said that there was a rumor that they told Gene Deal not to come back the next day. I didn't see that. I heard they didn't even know what was going on. No one saw the fight except me and that lady. They just told us all to leave. They're like, can you just grab your phones and get out of the building? I think the reason Gene Deal didn't come back the next day is because he didn't want to deal with the bullshit. That's what I think happened. So basically, did not get knocked out. Holy shit, that is a tongue twister. Did not get knocked out. And I don't think Gene Deal was kicked out. These are all lies being told on the internet. I hate that I'm the only eyewitness here, but I also love it because I love when the truth comes to light, and that is what happened. Cheers.
King, I'm not the type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
this.
listen. We
I
out
don't
here
care
to
what
get
kind of
content.
content
You're
you
not
want.
gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
That's what I said.
You gonna
That's
do
what
what?
I said. That's what I said.
Bro.
That's what I said. No, bro, shit.
Why
I
y'all
said
got
I'm a
this lady
bitch.
at the court?
You gonna misgender me now? Now it's fucking anti-Asian because I'm Asian. So now you harassing me.
That's the lady. That's the lady. That's why that white lady said the lady that said she was Asian.
I'm protected by anti-Asian hate.
Go down the road with that.
King, I'm not the type of dude.
Oh, this dude, I think it might be this cat from down here. I'm gonna look at it again, and if it is, I'm gonna like, yo, you from Donut or Donut or Doo-Noo or Doo-Doo or wherever you fucking from? I'm gonna ask him down here right in the court. I'm trying to get on the elevator with him, yo. So it starts back at 1 o'clock. Let me hurry up and get up down here and get back in there. And I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thank y'all for the super stickers. Oh, this dude,
To be clear, Jean likes attention just like everybody else. There are so many content creators that are out there making this shit a mockery, and I really don't like it. As somebody that is an actual real fucking journalist and has worked cases and as a photojournalist has been out there, wall-to-wall coverage, all kind of shit. I just don't like this type of shit. I don't like the fake disingenuous reporting. I don't like any of that shit. Anyway, this is just a mess. It's a circus out there. Like that's what it gives. It gives a fucking circus. What was the other thing? There was something else. Money. I don't know why I always want to say money, but it's money. Money long. Money long. Y'all was mad at Money Long, girl. I don't know why y'all was so mad at Money Long. Like, why y'all was so mad? Let me find it. Girl, the post. Okay, wait. We gotta go back a few more. The post.
There's only ever black women that say they don't like my personality. You notice that? Because I'm being myself, I'm acting just like your raggedy mom and your aunties. With them ashy cankles. This is how they act. But there's something wrong with my personality.
You don't like me, you don't like yourself.
Exactly. Take a look in the mirror, ho. You don't like you.
Who are you?
They be like, oh, she's so what you want me to do? What it is you're a bully and you used to people laying down letting them do whatever. I'm not that. It's never going to be that.
I'm not
Never.
her and this ain't that.
Like, oh, she stinks. She got a. Who are you? Why do I have to be nice to you? What did you do?
It's called being.
There's only ever black women that say they don't like my personality.
I mean, y'all mad at her about this. And I just kind of feel like, I mean, who else is it gonna be, girl? Who else is it gonna be? If you experienced white people, like regular, like, and I mean regular white people, like white people that might enjoy her music, white people that like they do racism and microaggressions, not in like front out like racism. So they like black artists, they listen to their music, they think they're great. It's the black women that are gonna find something wrong with you. And it really is from an internalized viewpoint. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Like the white people are gonna be like, oh my God, you're so amazing. She's so beautiful. She's so majestic. She's so stoic. You know what I mean? She has just like silent but strong vibes. So like the white people are going to like, they're gonna live in this attitude that she gives. The black women are gonna make her feel bad about it because it makes them feel like she's pedestalizing herself against them in some type of way. When she said that, she was talking about herself as well. So that's why I feel like the person that say, oh, this is like a Daniel Caesar situation. No, it's not. Black men judging black women and separating themselves from us is not the same thing as her saying, bitch, whatever you don't like about me is what you don't like about yourself. That's just a fact. Like psychology tells us that normally the things that we hate on about other people in some way can be reflected back to us. Like we're actually more bothered about something that is inside of us that they're reflecting back to us. That's usually what's happening. Okay? So I don't feel like this was a I hate black women moment. It was a lot of you bitches who don't like me is because you don't like yourselves. Remember we was talking about the statues and how, you know, some black women were upset about the statue because they felt like the statue had her hand on her hip. And my perspective was, why the fuck can't she have her hand on her hip? Y'all is out here fucking up. There should be a statue of some mama looking ass black lady looking down on all of y'all with disgust. Why the fuck not? Why can't she have an attitude? Why can't she be upset about the state of affairs? There's nothing wrong with us having emotions. There's nothing wrong with us having a problem or saying that we don't like something. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are women who make that their whole personality, like Kaya in them. I don't think that's money. And when it comes to y'all talking about bots and shit, at the end of the day, that's what we have to learn from this, that a lot of times it is bots. It doesn't always look like it, but as soon as you click on the post and you see that they don't have any posts, and sometimes the bot is somebody that's controlling the bot account, that type of shit. But at the same time, you have got to learn to ignore shit. But sometimes, bitch, I'm on my period. I'm at that time of the month where I'm aggy as fuck. And if I see something I don't like, I'm going to respond to it. I'm not imprisoned by the idea that I have to pretend to be above being angry or agitated or annoyed. I'm a human. I'm entitled to those feelings. And so is money.
Long, not too much on us, baby girl. Not too much. You better watch what you say. Out here talking about it's only black women that don't like your personality. It might be because it's only black women that know you. It's only black women that ever gave you a damn chance, but that can be.
And I don't like that. I don't like that wordage that this lady used. It's only black women that gave you a damn chance. Let me tell y'all something. I recognize that it is very important to artists for people to receive their art well in order to validate that they're a good artist. But what I also know is that you can be a good artist and only play for yourself. Meaning that other people's validation doesn't make you not worthy. Doesn't make you worthy or not worthy. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting like if it wasn't for you personally, money wouldn't have a successful music career, as if she did not put all of her energy and inertia into this gift. Like, it's given if it wasn't you, it will always be somebody else. And y'all are just a representation of the energy that she's putting out into the world. That's all.
Stopped. We can take that card back if you'd like to see who really supports you out here. I mean, Nuni Long was on her live today. I guess she was getting some trolls in her comments. And instead of her just dealing with them trolls as a black woman, she wanted to let it be known that it's only black women that don't like her. I think it was only black women that supported your ass too. Didn't nobody like Hours and Hours and all these songs till we liked it. You know what I'm saying?
That was a TikTok situation. And wait, didn't she do Nobody Knows You Like You? Nobody knows. Didn't she do that song? Okay, girl, bitch, let me tell you something. The whitest of white people, Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, did a whole cute little boat hat jeans and a tee on to that song. So I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you got that from. Money Long is definitely not only supported by the black community. Nobody is whiter than Kevin Bacon. There's literally a game called 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, because Kevin Bacon has been in so much shit that he's literally connected to every person in Hollywood in one way or another. Some white shit to be Kevin Bacon. And then to be Kira Sedgwick. Okay, my girl, the closer. That's some white people. It's not a lot of black people that know who the fuck Kira Sedgwick is. You wasn't watching The Closer on TNT all them seasons. Them people know who Money Long is. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No one liked your music till we liked it. And now because you think you got other people of diverse communities liking your music, you don't really want to recognize who made your shit hot. You bumped your head, little girl. Instead,
he made her shit hot. She made her shit hot. She's the artist. You probably ain't even buy nothing. You double tapping on the fucking post. Now you think you done made somebody career? Calm down, nostrils.
Instead of you, Mooney Long, not too much on us, baby. Instead of you talking about black women, you need to be talking about the people that troll you, because black women also supported you. But we don't have to, though. We don't have to. Mooney Long, not too much on us, baby girl.
Sherry. Never stop with Sherry. Your duets are off. And I can't stitch the video. I also can't save it. Or else I would have done that. First of all, it's Money, not Mooney. Nice to meet you. And the first question that I have for you, Miss Sherry, is you said you better watch what you say, or what?
Instead of you talking about black women.
Glad you agree that disrespect will not be tolerated. Because I can resonate with you there. It won't. I know I look young because I drink water and mind my business.
That's a good water.
But I'm 36 years old.
Let 'em know,
I'll be
girl.
37 in September.
Girl, the girl.
I've been growing and taking care of myself for a long time.
Let 'em know, girl.
Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that.
Like some fucking stranger made me or something. Like the fuck? I don't.
I don't care who you is. No, ma'am. I'm gonna give you a pass because you don't know me. But as you get to know me on Beyonce's internet, you will see. At 26 seconds in Exhibit A, this video here. By the way, she is beautiful. Glad you agree that disrespect will not be tolerated. Because I can resonate with you there. It won't. I know I look young because I drink. You say, and I quote, instead of her just dealing with the trolls as a black woman, the rest of the sentence doesn't even matter. Instead of her just dealing with the trolls as a black woman, is that our assignment? To be strong black women? To just deal? I'm not doing that. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Shout out to my girl.
The lady could have worded it differently, but a singer needs listeners. Let me explain something. The parasocial relationship that is created between the artists and the fans, right? Yes, everybody needs everybody. Just like you need your boss for your check. Just like the people down to the grocery store need your money in order for their store to run. Everybody needs everybody. That does not mean that the artist has to take abuse from any one person because they need fans. That's what I need for everybody to understand. So when people be in the lives and they talking shit and they making these comments, and then somebody speaks out and says, bitch is on, you know what I mean, da 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 da, whatever. And then everybody acts like the person that says something is the bully. But you're the one person seeing all the comments. Like, the respect has to go both ways. But as soon as somebody says something ignorant to me in the comments, I can respond back to them. I absolutely can. That's what she did. It didn't feel like she was just being disrespectful just for the sake of being disrespectful. It feels like people think that you owe them something because you appreciate the art that I put out. So it makes you feel entitled to me in some type of way. That's not right. That's not okay. People are humans. And yes, it is great when people love you and when people like what you do. But at the same time, I'm still a human being. I still have my limit. I still have okay enough. I have every right to not want to be bothered. I have every right to not want to be nice to every weird ass person that comes up to me. I don't feel like money is doing anything wrong. I feel like the way that woman was talking to her, bitch, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to who I was talking to in them comments. But if you want to make it about you, then okay, now I'm talking to you.
Ari Lennox, because this is where I'm at with it. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not on TikTok. I ain't got time for you to be like fucking me up, okay?
Y'all know what this is. Baby, that's $1 million in the mirror.
So you say
In the mirror.
soft girl era. I'm not dealing with nothing I don't want to deal with, sweetie.
Oh.
Honey boo boo, boogie, pookie. No, ma'am. And you don't have to either. Stop letting these people treat y'all like anything. Stop letting them knock y'all upside your head, but baby, I love you. You're holding niggas down. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Break the generational curse. Black woman, it is okay for you to speak your mind, for you to take up space, for you to assert yourself, for you to be kind instead of nice, for you not to keep taking the shirt off your back and giving it to the next man. You ain't mammy. We don't have to raise the world. We don't have to let nobody else suckle our tit to nourish the future offspring while our children have nothing and have to fight for every scrap. We don't have to do that. Soft girl. There's only ever.
Nah, it's 2025 in Trump's America. There's no way it was only black women trolling, but she made it a black woman thing. I think this ignores that we do have issues within our community with the way we relate to each other and how hard we are on one another and how we're always ready and in place to be Agent Smith and police each other. You may not like what she said as a generalization, but it doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it wrong. Yes, I'm sure there are white people that come every now and then, but can I tell y'all, I rarely, as a person that is always online talking shit, I rarely ever get into it with no white Trump supporters. As much as I argue, the Trump supporters I get into it with, black people, black Trump supporters, that's who I get into it with. At the end of the day, that's not the community that she is in necessarily, but her music is big enough to have that reach. So when everybody acts like what she's saying doesn't have something to do with the way black women have internalized performing for everybody, like y'all feel like black people as a whole feel like black women have to perform in a certain way in order to receive love, respect, or to be able to, get the fruits of your labor. You need to always be, I'm so happy, bowing, I'm so happy, thank you. Like as if you're not putting in work, as if you're not holding yourself up, as if you're not putting your energy into this art. What I saw from her is her pointing out the way black women police other black women. The community is not okay. It is okay for her to make a generalization about us because some of these generalizations are true. And if it's not true about you, then let it fly. But when we act like we can never say black people do this or black people do that, girl, please. That's all niggas do on the internet all day is talk about how black people do this a certain way and then white people do this a certain way. Like that's all we talk about. Girl, yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm not mad at money. I'm not mad at money. I feel where she's coming from. And I feel like it is exhausting sometimes to be a public figure in a way that people are always expecting for you to be a punching bag. And they don't realize how many passive aggressive, rude, fake, nice ass comments that you get. And how as a person reading the comments, there's a level of, is this person trying to play me? Like, because it's always masked as shade and then a compliment. Like, I experience that all the time. Most of the time, you just kind of brush it off. But a lot of the times, give me a motherfucking break. Stop acting like people don't be in these comments coming at people sideways trying to get a response out of them. And then when they get the response, they get told off. Everybody wants to act like the person who said it, who defended themselves, is the problem. No. She ain't put her hands on nobody. She ain't beat nobody ass. She simply said, I don't have to deal with y'all talking to me no any kind of way. And it's always a specific type of person that's coming to me mad because I'm not somebody that's always people pleasing every time they fucking see me. That's what I really felt like. I felt like people wanted her to be in some type of people pleasing mode. Y'all want her to show, hi, everybody. We not always in that energy. That's not always the energy we on. And why do you expect that? It felt like she was in her live kind of just being, and somebody's like, why your attitude like that? Bitch, I haven't said, what have I done to you for you to feel like I got an attitude towards you? And it is the way people expect for you to constantly be performing. So you can never just be how you are in the moment. Think about it. When you're somewhere and somebody, why are you not smiling? Why the fuck do I have to be smiling right now? Why are you trying to police how I am being right now? Stop policing people and then getting mad when they tell you stop fucking policing me. It's just the way it be, girl. It's just the way it be. Now, listen, I want to do some more digging on this story, but Kevin Lyles shut down Lady Luck's $30 million essay allegations. None of this ever happened, okay? I'm going to read y'all the story because it's a lot. All right, so Kevin Lyles is clearing the air and making it crystal clear. He says he's not the man Lady Luck is accusing him of being. On May 27th, the music executive took to Instagram with a 6-page statement addressing explosive claims made by rapper Chanel Jones, also known as Lady Luck. According to Lyles, he received a letter from Lady Luck and her team 3 weeks ago, threatening to file a public lawsuit and release a book containing, so she took a note out of Cassie's book, a book containing SA allegations unless he paid her $30 million. Listen, let me tell y'all something. People will view this like, oh, you just copycatting. And I'm thinking, if he did it, then bitch, you better copycat. The fuck? We are in hard times. And if you have hurt somebody, it might be time for you to pay. Yeah. Like y'all think just because somebody coming after the money, that must mean that it didn't happen. No, motherfucker. I could have been sitting on this for a minute and then saw somebody speak out and say, not me today, Lord, I want my money. And you'll be like, girl, you know what? That nigga did some fucked up ass shit to me. I could get my money too. I want my money. Why should you be able to live out your life scot-free with no consequences for taking advantage of people just because some time then went by? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Lyles says she accused him of grooming her back in 1999 when she signed to Def Jam, and even went as far as alleging he exposed himself to her and tried to force her into a sexual act inside his car. But Lyles didn't hold back. He publicly denied the accusations and labeled the entire situation an extortion attempt. None of this ever happened, he wrote. Her threatened allegations are totally false. Lyles backed up his defense by pointing to decades of positive interactions between the two. What we've learned is that does not matter if somebody is scared of you, including social media posts and interviews where Lady Luck praised him and expressed love for him and his family. That's not a good enough reason, Kevin. That's not a good enough reason, Kevin. What we understand about the mental of a person that's been abused is how the abuser being happy makes the abused person feel safe. So yeah, that's not enough. Like, that's not enough evidence. She stayed being nice to me after I scared the shit out of her. Like, okay. She has continued outreach in a relationship with both my family and me for the past 26 years, he noted. He also gave the public some background. Lyles says he signed Lady Luck after hearing her rap on Hot 97, gave her a shot at stardom, studio time, major features, and national exposure. She was featured on big records in the late 90s and early 2000s. Okay. Let me see. He says, I signed Miss Jones on Def Jam in 99 after hearing her on Hot 97. As I have always done, I gave a talented young artist an opportunity with the lucrative deal, access to recording studios, and introductions to the most popular hip-hop artists at the time. In fact, she was featured on one of the hottest remixes of 99, Simon Says, and on Symphony 2000 with hip-hop giants. Miss Jones had a monthly column in 2000 with hip hop giants. Miss Jones had a monthly column in The Source and an in-depth feature story in The New Yorker. She has previously acknowledged the efforts made to help her career. She has talked about the fact that I introduced her to one of the most prominent managers at the time, but she declined to work with him. Unfortunately, Miss Jones' career never reached the heights that she or I hoped for, and she asked to be released from her contract with Def Jam a few years later. In many interviews, she has blamed many people for her failure to become a household name. Following her departure from Def Jam, Miss Jones regrettably turned to a life of crime. Over the years, she has been incarcerated and described herself as a 3-time felon. Her criminal history includes felony convictions for first-degree armed robbery and heroin distribution. So she couldn't make it in the industry, so she became a dope boy again. Got it. In interviews, she is admitted to committing several other crimes and lying to the court to combat the charges. Her history as a serial self-described criminal is well documented. How many times you gonna tell us that she said she was a criminal? Now, mind you, you see how they'll try to make this shit work against a woman that's accusing them of something. But we can defend all the niggas in the world by excusing their criminal record by saying they was young when they did it, right? Despite her history, Ms. Jones has asked, I've tried to help her with her career. In interviews over the past 2 decades, she's spoken highly of me, noting that while at Def Jam, I treated her like my stepdaughter. As recently as last year, she reached out to me and asked for help with distribution on her single. After connecting her with the head of my former distribution company, she did an interview stating that I was helping her with distribution, describing it as a full fucking circle moment. In another interview in February 2024, Ms. Jones said, I love Kevin Liles. I just spoke to him. In a 2020 Instagram post, she posted a picture of us. Like, you telling us that she had a good relationship with you, even up until recently, that doesn't do anything for me. That doesn't matter. Let me see. I'm okay. Her claims are untrue, and you don't have to take my word for it. Numerous witnesses can clearly refute her made-up story, and consider what Ms. Jones has said herself. In 2016, in response to a direct question in a video recorded interview, Ms. Jones stated she had not had any negative sexual encounters with an older man when she was young. It wasn't like an older man situation, and that any negative encounters were with boys because boys were nasty. When we were younger, boys, you know what I mean. Like, again, girl, if I know that the one person that actually did assault me that was an older guy is somebody that I still utilize, I'm probably not going to say anything. I'm going to stay quiet about what he did to me so I can keep using him when I need to. That's why you don't say the truth. But okay. On her podcast in 2022, she stated, I know victims of child abuse. I know people who were touched by pedophiles. And, you know, me, myself, it was just always the older boys messing with me. Older boys. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, again, on her podcast, in a conversation about molestation, she attempted down saying, me personally, I never had, you know, from the older guys. The only reason Ms. Jones has changed her story is because she is seemingly hoping to extract a payday from me. In short, her claims are outrageous, false, and easily disproved. Okay. When it might, while it might sound surprising, I empathize with Ms. Jones' struggle. She has often spoken about her long history of substance abuse, addiction, and mental. Oh, now you're trying to make her look like a drug addict or alcoholic. Oh, she just wanted to be famous. Yeah, you dog walking her in this. Fake empathy, pointing out how she's such a, you know, she's a drug addict. For more of Lady Luck's own words, please visit Child. He went far and beyond for this one. But I'm going to tell you like this. Even with everything he said, it could be true. She could be lying. And she could be telling the truth. But I just want to remind everybody that Diddy said it was a lie, and Cassie had a lot of evidence to prove that it wasn't. And Kevin Liles stepped down from his job at Sony not too long after the lawsuit with Diddy came out. He's also been named in lawsuits with Diddy as either like a participant or somebody that knew what was going on and said nothing. So normally birds of a feather flock together. So if you were privy to what Diddy was doing and you ignored it and you didn't say anything, it's probably because you were doing similar shit yourself. So yeah, I'm in a, this is me being a critical thinking person. It could be a lie. I'm not rushing to believe Lady Luck. However, Nothing that he provided proves anything to me, since we've seen how often Stockholm syndrome affects victims of SA and just abuse, period. Once you love and feel protective over your abuser, once you have a father-like relationship with your abuser, you're not going to say, like, what happened. You're gonna protect them. You're going to protect them. It's a part of the manipulation that was already put in place before they assaulted you. They're smart. So they know, I got to create this vibe where she trusts me. And then when she trusts me, I'm going to take advantage of her trust, and I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do, but I have to wait until the right moment to do it. So she'll be shocked and her guard will be down, and then she will let me get away with it because I've already enmeshed her in this family-like relationship. Then I'm going to show up for her, right? I'm going to make sure she gets certain opportunities. That way she'll feel like I'm still looking out for her. She'll keep the secret because she feel like not only is she protecting her shame from coming out, but she's also protecting me and what I can do for her. Like, none of what he said proves anything to me. But I thought a lot of people, believed it. A lot of people were in the comments like, well, his receipts are receipting. I said, a nigga write a message to y'all and y'all think that's receipts? With no backing evidence? And it's the same thing for her. But I haven't seen her book. I haven't seen her evidence. She might have some. She might actually have evidence. She might have had some other stories that she could tell, just like Cassie did. Y'all thought that all Cassie had was that one tape y'all saw. Not a girl. Mia didn't came out, child. Jay Jersey, thank you for being a member. Kevin Lyles is saying all this from BALI with Russell Simmons. Child, that says a lot. Him and his creep ass twin. Jerry M. Travels, thank you for the super chat. I have a cousin who has literally robbed many of our family members, yet every time he goes to jail, my family is screaming, free him. It's confusing. Girl, the community is not okay. Jane O, thank you for the super chat. Melissa made mention to Cam and Mace before and how not all their ventures may be not being consensual, and she was forced to apologize. Oh, yeah, no, I remember. I wouldn't apologize for shit. Them niggas make me feel like they would assault somebody. That's the energy they give. The things they say, the things they find funny, how callous they are. They absolutely give you assaulted, coerced, or did something to somebody along the way, and they were either too scared to say anything or they didn't know any better. And I would have stood on it. I ain't apologizing for a motherfucking thing. Saltwater Daughter, thank you for the super chat. These are 50-year-old little boys. I'm so disgusted. Child, Cam is the fucking worst, and he's been that way. Jay Jersey, thank you for the super chat. Is that the guy who had erectile dysfunction? It was. That was the guy with erectile dysfunction. That's why he was saying his dick wasn't working, because he wasn't comfortable. Okay? Goody, thank you for the super chat. Spot on regarding the Black Panthers. Thank you. Child, when I watched that Feeney Shakur documentary and just all of the things I have read, since then about how even back then, a lot of those men were abusive to those women, and the women just stayed quiet about it and helped push forward this, free the Black man thing. Girl. S. Brown, thank you for all of your super chats you've been giving me. Thank you. Jay Nay, thank you for the super chat. Great live. So far, you are not alone, Bondi. I thought Jess was too, and still surprised she hasn't come out as bi. But that's none of my business. I know that's right, because she definitely giving kitty click. Mary Sparkle's like, whoa, thank you for being a member. Happy belated birthday, Bondi. Thanks for always bringing the heat. Random. Judge from Hell is a good show. Check it out. Okay, where is that at? Where can I watch that at? Thank you. Abby, thank you for the super chat. You should do an audio saying the community is not okay. I will. I'll edit this. The community is not okay. I will edit it. Miko, thank you for being a member, my love. Like B, Beyonce is a great example of getting tired and not giving us anything like she used to. It's off to think that silence is ever the key. Child, ain't that the truth? Yeah, I read that one. When it comes to Cardi B, and the women that just, girl, just shh. Protect your peace, girl. Protect your peace. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to get into before I get off here? Because I feel like I want to just get off of here now. And one more label try to stop me. It's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in the lobby. Ooh, ooh, you don't want no problem with me. Hey,
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
The community is not okay. All you guys heroes are basically just men with money and pimps. The community is not okay. If all you think is a hero is a pimp or a man that it can exploit other people, that's not a real hero. You are living in a dystopian world where you believe
Evil is good. That's what I think.
it must be because this is y'all hero right here. While on the stand, Mia was one of his assistants. She's going by an alias. There are some duck ass niggas on the internet trying to put her name out there. This is how much they want people to be attacked for being subpoenaed to come to court. While on the stand, Mia recalls the first time Diddy sexually assaulted her. It was in a hotel room for his 40th birthday. She says they were in the penthouse suite of the Plaza Hotel in New York when she entered the kitchen where other party guests were. Diddy told everyone to clear the room, leaving both of them alone in the kitchen. Diddy then poured them some shots and told her they would be working together closely. Mia says when she took the shots, she immediately felt different. Diddy then allegedly put his hands on her dress and kissed her. Mia says she was in complete shock, but still feeling the effects of the shot. Next thing she remembered, she woke up the next day still in the penthouse. The next alleged incident happened at the Beverly Grove house where Mia claims Diddy came and got into bed with her. Because she couldn't lock the doors, he was able to easily slide into the room and put himself on top of her. Mia says he used one hand to get his pants undone. He put himself inside of me, referring to him putting his penis inside of her. Mia says she just froze because she was terrified, confused, and ashamed. On another occasion, they were at the Beverly Crest house when Diddy allegedly forced himself on Mia again. She said she was in his closet preparing his bags when Diddy entered the closet and allegedly forced his penis into her mouth. During this part of the testimony, Mia reportedly burst into tears, recalling the traumatizing incident. He had his penis out and he grabbed my head and cries. He put it in. Mia said on the stand, I was frozen. I didn't do anything. Mia claimed she continued working for him because she was scared and had nowhere else to go. As of right now, she's still on the stand. We keep you guys updated. Okay, so let me go to my girl. Where's Demetria? Was this the one I wanted to read to y'all? Let me go. 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 Okay. Mia returned to the witness stand for the third day of testimony. She is testifying under a pseudonym. Mia began working for Diddy 2009 to 2017 as his personal assistant when she was 25, 26, and later became his director of development and acquisitions for Revolt Films. Defense asked Mia about the resume she submitted to work as Diddy's assistant. She was previously an assistant for Mike Myers. Defense says Mia listed she had thick skin. She doesn't recall that, but she does think she has it. Mia doesn't know if she thinks of herself as a leader. I want y'all to know that Diddy is instructing his defense team to ask some of these ignorant ass questions, because there's no way y'all are asking these questions. 2012. Diddy grit his teeth and dug his nails into Cassie's arm during the Cannes Film Festival premiere of the Brad Pitt film Killing Him Softly. January 2019, after Mia left Bad Boy and months after Kim Porter's passing, Mia texted Diddy she had a nightmare that she was trapped in an elevator with R. Kelly and Diddy rescued her. March 2019, she sent a text to Diddy sending him all the love in the world. She notes these texts were sent during tragic times in Diddy's life, i.e. Porter's death and her birthday. Defense asked if she was still under Diddy's grip after she left the company. Mia says she was. Psychologically, she asked that Puff, as she calls him, was her protector. Mia used, and that makes me feel like, I don't know if y'all ever seen this, but this is what happened on Enough. Two predators will do a bait and switch game with a woman. One will assault her, the other will come and defend her, and she'll then feel safe with the one that defended her, not realizing that he was just as abusive too. Okay. Defense asked if she was still under Diddy's grip after she left the company. She says yes, psychologically. All right. Mia used to record Diddy before he hired Mia used to record Diddy before he hired full-time videographers. The defense asked if she has a video of Diddy enraged. She does not. Mia explains that would be a huge break of trust, loyalty, and confidentiality to record Diddy while he was angry. Mia has no evidence of Diddy being abusive towards her. She didn't tell friends, family, or the police. Mia insists she is not lying about being assaulted by Diddy. I would not lie in this courtroom, she said. Mia added that she was brainwashed by Diddy and the work environment was filled with high highs and low lows. Whenever there are high highs and low lows, y'all, that's a red flag. That's a red flag that somebody is exploiting you in some type of way. Mia only felt confident to come forward publicly after others did. She said she is still untangling what happened to her and she is in therapy. Mia reiterates that no one batted an eye when Diddy went off. He was still praised by everyone in private and in public. And y'all asking why motherfuckers just kept going and acting like nothing was happening, because everybody else had already acted like nothing was happening. Mia asked that she was constantly seeking his approval. He was my authority figure, she testified. Diddy's threats to Cassie tell that he and Mia were having sex. Mia threatens. Diddy threatens to tell Cassie that he and Mia were having sex. Mia testified she was assaulted by him. He made her internalize blame and shame. She said Diddy told her he would tell Cassie everything, and it made Mia feel as if she had done something wrong. A lot of men do this when they assault their girlfriend's daughters. The jury was shown a video of Mia wishing Diddy happy birthday. She says, I love you, and calls him one of the biggest inspirations in my life. Most of the people that have worked with him have gotten up on that stand and told y'all how fond they are of him, but also how abusive and negligent and how much of a tyrant he was to them just in business dealings outside of the Cassie situation. Diddy auditioned to play James Brown and Get On Up. Chadwick Boseman secured the role. Thank God. Mia says Diddy used to steal her phone and Cassie's many times. She testified he had tracking devices on Cassie's car. I'm not sure what he's capable of, Mia added. I was terrified. Mia was often put in the middle of Cassie and Diddy, and she was forced to lie to Cassie about Diddy's behavior and whereabouts. Mia texted Diddy happy birthday and a photo of the two of them 12 days before Cassie's lawsuit. Mia did not intentionally tell federal prosecutors about the alleged sexual assaults. She didn't tell until she had a lawyer. Mia has met with the prosecution 28 times since 2023. Mia spoke to Cassie after her lawsuit was filed and did not tell Cassie that Diddy assaulted her. Even when Mia was away from Diddy, she was expected to be in constant communication 24/7. Mia describes one of Diddy's personalities as pleasant. The rest of them were not, she said. Mia denied the defense suggestion that Diddy was violent with Cassie on rare occasions. Mia does not plan to sue Diddy over the sexual assault allegations. Defense asked Mia if she was let go of her job because of alcohol use and being late. Mia, absolutely not. Mia briefly worked for Madonna for 8 months after leaving Bad Boy. The defense notes this runs counter to her claim that Diddy would blacklist her or she wouldn't be able to find a job if she quit. Now, mind you, it seems as if she did not quit. Y'all fired her. Actually, what I think I read was that they were breaking down the revolt department that she was in charge of, and she was actually upset and felt like Diddy should have been the one to come and tell her about it. But she didn't quit. She was let go of. She was scared that if she had quit, he would have blackballed her. So she didn't quit. She waited on him to fire her. You see how what they said at the end doesn't really make sense? You're trying to say that, it runs counter to her claim, but it doesn't, because she didn't actually quit. Diddy presented to Cassie that they were exclusive. Cassie wasn't thrilled when she learned Diddy was dating other women. Defense says it was clear Diddy dated other women. Mia says it was not clear to Cassie. Mia never considered reporting Diddy's abuse to anyone. She also didn't scream during the alleged abuse. She said, I was in shock, she testified. Mia didn't seek medical treatment after Diddy slammed the door on her arm. I wouldn't have been allowed, she said. Redirect. Prosecution asked Mia why she made a scrapbook for Diddy. She said to make him happy. Prosecution. Why did you try to keep the person who abused you happy? Mia. Because when he was happy, I was safe. I don't know why people don't get that. I don't know. That's so weird. Prosecution. Why didn't you leave? Mia. I would have lost anything I knew. She added that she did leave once, and Diddy's chief of staff told her to go back. Mia also feared for her physical safety. I just knew Diddy's power. And child, whatever the fuck else that said. Mia says she would have been fired immediately if she reported the abuse to HR. She references a woman, Kayla, who was fired for discussing Cassie's abuse. Mia says HR would not have believed she, Mia, was being abused. Mia says she would have been made out to look like I was a crazy person, making everything up. So now, why she didn't say nothing? Because y'all wasn't going to believe me. Mia says testifying about being sexually assaulted by Diddy is the worst thing I've ever had to talk about in my life. Sylvia Olin, director of sales and marketing at the Beverly Hills Hotel, takes the stand. Olin remembers reservations made under the name Diddy's alias, Frank Black or Philip Pines. She notes it is common for celebrities to use an alias. Also, Cassie's name was on the room and she could make charges. The jury is shown hotel receipts for Diddy stays, May 2015, a $500 charge for oil damage, another $300 charge for cleaning drapes, a fee for picking up candles. No, Andy Garcia, a security supervisor at the Intercontinental Hotel where Cassie was seen on video being attacked, took the stand briefly. He took the fifth. He was granted immunity for his testimony. He is expected to testify.
Carrie said she
today.
Traveled with Diddy and Cassie all over the U.S. to Spain and Italy. They would all take drugs, usually provided by Diddy. Rico! The security guard goes looking for Cassie. Cassie jumps out the car trying to run away. The security guard goes and chases her down at Diddy's behest. Conspired together. Rico! Carrie remembers Gina as much younger. I'm like, wait, Cassie's 17 years younger than Diddy. Gina's younger than that? He could be her daddy. He talked about Diddy's LV bag, the same one that Dawn just mentioned. He said the bag contained $10,000 in cash, 25 to 30 unmarked pill bottles. That's a lot of drugs. Rico! David saw Diddy take drugs and give them to friends. Sometimes David procured drugs. Rico! He said at a party in LA, Diddy sent him back to the house to get E for a friend. Carrie said she traveled with Diddy and Cassie all over the U.S. to Spain and Italy.
You cut it off, but that was a Rico. Shout out to Demetria. Okay, shout out to Demetria. Y'all, I need for everybody to get some fucking help, man. Get some fucking help. The community is not okay. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing and I'm gonna get off here.
So getting into idolatry.
So Jasmine's Garden, right? AKA real name Ebony. I like Jasmine's Garden. I like all of the girls that are outside of, society's expectations, right? And being a witchy bitch, love it. Okay, that's Jasmine's vibe, right? The weird ass lady here on the right decided she wanted to go at Jasmine, call Jasmine a whole bunch of, witches and warlocks and all of this shit. So Jasmine decided after she read her for filth on the internet that she was gonna go ahead and have a conversation with this woman, right? Because you're sitting up there spreading misinformation about me and calling me evil and shit when you don't even understand what I'm doing. You don't understand how I practice. You don't understand anything about it. But it's not what you practice, so you deem it evil, which is obviously a tool of white supremacy, Black people. I need for y'all to get that down. I'm gonna pull something up for y'all in a minute, but we're gonna listen to this.
You said you tried to record the video that you made in reference to me a few times. You couldn't get your hair right, your makeup right. Is that not making those things an idol?
No, because I felt like it was literally when I opened it up before, I said, I feel like this is Holy Spirit. Like I literally felt like the Lord told me to do this because who knows, maybe he wanted us to go live to plant some seeds, whether either side, he wanted us to do this. So I literally was like, bro, I'm going to post this thing tomorrow morning. But I just felt a urge to post this thing. So it wasn't idolatry. I believe it was me being obedient.
Can I ask you why you wear hair and makeup?
Why do I wear hair and makeup? Just because I want to. But if the Lord ever told me to stop wearing extensions, stop wearing makeup, I would totally do it.
I believe it's either 1 Peter or 2 Timothy that talks about not wearing the lashes. So getting into idolatry, when you said you tried to
She's not answering the question. She's not answering the question. You're making it a point that you believe whatever I do with crystals and all of that is me worshiping idols. I tell you that you worrying about your looks the way you do is the same thing. And you tell me that no, you felt the Holy Spirit. Girl. Okay. Okay, girl, hold up. Let me, cause y'all didn't hear that. Hold up. I need y'all to see this. Okay.
The mighty name of Jesus. To plant some seeds, whether either side, he wanted us to do this. So I literally was like, bro, I'm going to post this thing tomorrow morning. But I just felt a urge to post this thing. So it wasn't idolatry. I believe it was me being obedient.
She totally misunderstood what she said.
Ask you why you wear hair and makeup?
Why do I wear hair and makeup? Just because I want to. But if the Lord ever told me to stop wearing extensions, stop wearing makeup, I would totally do it.
I believe it's either
so your hair thinning at the crown. That's not the Lord telling you to stop. Okay.
1 Peter or 2 Timothy that talks about not wearing the lashes. So getting into idolatry, when you said you tried to record the video that you made in reference to me a few times, you couldn't get your hair right, your makeup right, is that not making those things an idol?
No, because I felt like it was literally, when I opened it up before, I said, I feel like this is Holy Spirit led. I literally felt like the Lord told me.
Okay, hold up.
Me to do this, because who knows, maybe he wanted us to go live to plant some seeds, whether either side, he wanted us to do this. So I literally was like, bro, I'm going to post this thing tomorrow morning. But I just felt a urge to post this thing. So it wasn't idolatry. I believe it was me being obedient.
Can I ask you?
Okay. All right. So did we hear that? We got it. That basically the young woman is misunderstanding the question and things because God is telling her to do something. That means that she's not idolizing her looks by being so worried about them. Okay. All right. So this kind of made me want to bring y'all to something I found on the internet by way of a TikToker. Hold up. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Hold up. White supremacy culture, because I had never seen it laid out like this before and I thought it might be helpful, right? Okay, so this is the website. White supremacy culture. Okay, divorcing white supremacy culture, coming home to who we really are. Okay, let's go to characteristics for a second. Right, and this is what I saw this white supremacy culture picture here, and then it made me come and look for it because I was like, okay, let's see what that says. Let's scroll down so it can explain. Okay, backstory, but this is what I want to get to. Fear. White supremacy's culture number one strategy is to make us afraid. When we are afraid, we lose touch with our power and become more easily manipulated by the promise of an illusory illusory, y'all know what I'm saying? It's an illusion, bitch, an illusory safety. I think I'm saying it right. One right way, along with perfectionism, paternalism, objectivity, and qualified. The belief there is one right way to do things, connected to the belief in an objective perfect that is both attainable and desirable for everyone, connected to the belief that I am qualified to know what the perfect right way is for myself and others, which is not true. You don't know the right way for somebody else. You may not even know the right way for your damn self because you're not listening to you. You're listening to everybody else. Either or, and the binary reduces the complexity of life and the nuance of our relationships with each other and all living things into either or, yes or no, right or wrong, in ways that reinforce urgency. One right way, perfectionist thinking, and abuse of power. Okay? Think about it, y'all. I'm about to keep going. White supremacy culture, denial and defensiveness. The habit of denying and defending against the ways in which white supremacy and racism are produced and our individual or collective participation in that production, right? So y'all constantly internalizing racism, i.e., making a criminal who is not safe for the community that he lives in out to be a victim of of being enslaved based on this white supremacy, right? Denial, defensiveness. That's why Black people can actually be tools of white supremacy, y'all. Right to comfort and fear of conflict. The internalization that I or we have a right to comfort, which means we cannot tolerate conflict, particularly open conflict. No, bitch, you're not entitled to comfort. Nothing about nature in this world tells you that you're going to be comfortable throughout. You're not. You're not going to be comfortable all the time, every time. And you're not entitled to it. And you're not entitled to make other people uncomfortable so you can be comfortable. That's basically what we're talking about. Individualism. Our culture story that we make it on our own without help while pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps is a toxic denial of our essential interdependence and the reality that we are all in this literally together. Meaning that nationalist white power, God bless America and no place else, and we can't be helping the others because what about us? Nobody's doing anything on their own. White people didn't get here on their own. We know we didn't get here on our own. Nobody's doing anything on their own. Nothing's happening in a fucking vacuum. Wake up. Progress is more and quantity over quality. The assumption that the goal is always more and bigger with the emphasis on what we can objectively measure as more valuable than the quality of our relationships to all living beings. Meaning that you might think you're better than a girlfriend because you're a wife, but the girlfriend might have a better experience in her relationship than you're having in your marriage. But you will automatically view yourself objectively as being more valuable simply because you are a wife. The worship of written word, honoring only what is written, and even then only what is written to a narrow standard, even when what is written is full of misinformation and lies, Tory Lanes, if you will. An erasure of the wide range of ways we communicate with each other and all living things, meaning that people acting like I'm fucking crazy because I pick up on social cues, I pick up on energy, I pick up on facial expressions, I pick up on body language. Like I'm picking up on all of these things, but because it's not something that you can actually call tangible, you're going to act like it's not valuable or it's not real, right? Lastly, urgency. Applying the urgency of racial and social justice to our everyday lives in ways that perpetuate power imbalance and disregard our need to breathe and pause and reflect. Meaning that y'all constantly being caught up in racial shit keeps you in a cycle of being emotionally and mentally manipulated. Therefore, you can't make smart decisions or even really process what you're receiving, what you're seeing, what you're being told, what you're reading. You're not even processing it because you're constantly being inundated with the urgency of these issues. So y'all know how when we talk about racism going on around the world or around the country, and they will make you feel like it's happening way more than it's actually happening. It's a way to have you scared all the time so that you can't make decisions that are actually better for you, because you're always scared and you're always feeling like there's an urgency about these things. Yes, it's happening, but it's not happening the way they're trying to make you think that it's happening. Remember them, like the 20, what was it? I forget what year that was, that we really started seeing these murders of Black people on television and on social media all the time, to the point that we had to stop. Like, we was like, stop posting it. I don't want to see it. Stop putting it on my timeline and forcing me to be brutalized or traumatized by what I'm seeing. Stop that. Because all that does is reinforce our collective fear as Black people that we are not able to get over the hill, that we can't get to whatever success we're trying to get to. And that's not true. We can. We convince ourselves that we can't. We have a special set of obstacles as Black people. Absolutely. They're going to try at every turn to make it hard for you, but there is absolutely a way for you to do it. You have to know that about yourself. That's the way of recognizing a racism without internalizing it and allowing it to cripple you. That's what a lot of hood niggas have done. That's what a lot of hood niggas have done. Y'all have taken the messaging that y'all have been told, y'all have internalized it, and now you've decided that you're not even going to try to have a better life or what you might really want for yourself, because you've already convinced yourself that you can't get it because you Black and you a man, so it won't happen. So now I'm mad. Wham, wham, wham. But y'all should check this out, white supremacy culture, and see how you as Black people perpetuate these things. It's not necessarily your fault. This is how you're taught. It's how you socialize, what you're being taught every day through everything. That happened. Well, I'm about to say it was before the pandemic. It was before the pandemic, child. I want to say Jenna 6. It might have been around the Jenna 6 time. What was that? 2015, 2017, around that time? Oh yeah, I saw somebody talking about them saying that Harriet Tubman wasn't a real person. I'm like, except for the fact that there's an actual real photograph of the fucking lady. There's all this evidence of such. There's all, you know what I mean? Like, okay. Y'all can argue about whatever the fuck y'all want to argue about. That's y'all prerogative to now live in a dystopian society where, once again, where my shit at? Y'all want to live in this dystopian society where
Evil is good. That's what I think. It must be.
And so now we're going to ignore the facts of things because we can always put, well, you know how they lied on everything. That's the problem with a lot of like Black people, them applying conspiracy theories to shit instead of just critically thinking about it. You would much rather just say, oh, it's a boogeyman, instead of like really looking at the situation and investigating to find out what the actual issue is. But yes, Black people, the community is not okay. You self-sabotage. You want the people that harm your community to get out. You want to keep being able to keep people from reaping the consequences of their actions because you think protecting them from their actions is you standing up against racism, when really nothing hurts the Black community more than a bunch of reckless niggas that don't care about nobody but themselves being released out onto the community to do what the fuck ever, to assault the women, to knock the people over the head, to steal from people, to be knocking, stealing your Amazon packages from the front of your fucking door. Yes, herd mentality is heavy in the community. The community is not okay. With that being said, I love y'all. I hope in some ways y'all gain some new perspective or thought from this. If nothing else, I hope you just enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much for coming through today. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm about to go work out, and I think, I'll decide on whether I'm going to do my members only, but I'll send the link out to everybody. So just be checking. All right, y'all. Peace.